Alrighty, the green is going.
Alright. So, part 2 of Carrion Crown. Okay, to summarize, last time you all were invited to the funeral, and some of you got somewhat beat up by old men. But eventually you managed to beat them back and make them flee, or send them asleep. Anyway, afterwards, when the testament was read, you all learned you have to stay a month in this place. Professor Lorimer was likely murdered. And yeah. You also followed the professor's note to the graveyard, where you basically stole church property and committed some grave robbing. And
grave robbing if it's not a grave.
It was a grave. It was a fake grave.
Which makes the
So we
crime
got
theirs.
grave robbing. Got it. Yes.
Yeah. If the grave was fake, then they committed fraud.
Yeah. Anyway, so was there anything else I missed?
Nope, just gonna reminisce on Draven, the cool edgelord rogue, just getting beaten down by dirty men with sticks. It's a lingering memory, that's.
Hey, we're tough old men.
And
Meanwhile, the drow just stands back and is like, not getting involved in that.
When the drow is the least edgy.
I don't know. He does obsess about fire.
True. He does like setting things on fire, yeah.
That's usually a cry for attention for someone who doodles in their margins.
But I haven't actually set anything on fire yet.
But yes, our conflab was, are we going to take on the Harrowstone ruins at this moment in time? Or do other things?
So...
Well, for now you're returning from the Restlands.
Yes, we're returning to the Lorimo residence, at least to get the mud off the boots.
Do you take the path through the town itself, or around? Basically left or right?
Presuming we've got all of these arrows and bolts and shit stashed away, then we should probably take the road.
Which road? There's one to the
long road on the left, or go through the town hall?
Well, before we get moving, I think Ilfrin would suggest maybe we should wait on going to the Harrowstone until tomorrow to make sure that we're fully rested up and we have all our spells back. Just because, I mean, if they killed the professor, we might actually need all of our stuff.
Sure. But also, I mean, if there's evidence, it's going to be deteriorating by the day.
There's also the simple little issue of things seem to be ramping up on our arrival and whatnot. What with the blood symbol on the statue in the memorial.
That could have been a warning.
Yeah, I'm still thinking it might be best if we wait, because what happens if we go over there and turns out it sounds like a place that could be haunted.
Oh, definitely haunted.
Do we want to be there at night, potentially? I don't think that's smart. Wait, we're hearing multiple arenas? Why?
It's just how your hardware is. It has like a little sort of machine type adjustment to your actual volume.
What?
I only hear one arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for me too.
Like I says, one arena, but you can hear like a little sort of mechanical extra to her voice.
Don't look at me. I always hear two arenas.
So it sounds like she's echoing. Unless you've got something like, I mean, it wouldn't be going through Roll20.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
And I'm on push to talk, so. She's not
Yeah,
going
otherwise
for
I'd hear
mine.
myself. That's weird. It sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, see, you can hear a little bit of it now. It sounds like her voice is doubling a bit, but that's just how it's coming through the mic.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
You're
been
not
doing-
just
it's been doing
haunted
that for
in
months.
game, you're haunted in real life.
Yeah, it's been doing
Oh,
that
he
for
didn't
months.
tell
It's
me
fine.
that. He didn't tell me that.
It's such a minor thing, you can ignore it easily. Because I didn't think there was much you could do to solve it.
I don't know why I said. Well, I'll worry about it later.
Yeah,
But,
it could be something with how your tablet or whatever likes to try to pick up both mics at once.
Oh no, this is my laptop.
Same diff.
Well, same thing. I know what you meant. Anyway,
All right. So, anyways, as I was saying, which do you think we should do? Should we wait or should we go? Because currently, right now, I mean, I already used one of my wild shapes, which means that if we need it, I only have one, and I have to choose between wild shape and summoning my fire spirit. So we could be in a little bit of a pickle.
How high is the sun in the sky?
By this point, it was, I think, fairly early in the morning when you decided to loot the graveyard.
Yeah, kind of. Almost
Yeah.
first thing, except for one issue, and that was the Pog.
Yeah.
Yeah, the letter scribed on the.
This lazy ass student is back in Pog form.
Yeah, we left after breakfast.
Yeah.
So it is,
So,
it is a bit early for that sort of
given that
thing.
you had to wait until the grave watchers were done, so you could all sneak out without
Mm-hmm.
any trouble. At this point, it would probably be around noon.
well, we have time.
Well, correction, we have time, but we don't know how long we'll be there. If we're there for a couple of hours, we're going to start pushing our luck.
Well, for now, we'll get home.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the way.
We should head back to the residence for now and at least try and figure out what we're going to do with the items we got from the grave.
It's a whole
In
pile
which
of
case,
ammunition.
Yeah.
I pull my hood up and I try to look as unobtrusive as possible. Yeah, are we going to go left route or right route?
I understand you're doing this, you're doing this a wee bit deliberately and all, but a person who's tugging on their hood, trying to keep their posture low, you look the most suspicious person you possibly could at a moment's glance. Straighten your back a bit. It's alright if I don't catch the face under the hood.
It's right. I'm trying to shield my eyes.
We should head down the way with the least amount of people.
Ah, come on, let's just go through town. Nice paved streets, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a friendly place.
It's not, but it's the quickest way. I found.
I mean, theoretically, I could just transform into a cat and follow you all.
Feels a little excessive, but we're going to be here for a few more weeks after all.
Very well.
They might as
How
well
long
get used to
does
you.
wild last again?
Hmm?
How long does wild shape last again?
An hour per level, I think it is.
Something like that. Let me look at that up.
I didn't understand that. You were quite muffled.
Oh, I was mumbling. That was my yeah, it is. I can actually put the time on my sheet. I've never used it that long.
Maybe an hour, half your level.
It's a fairly long while. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
We head through town.
Yeah, we head through town either way. And
Let's
I'm
get
not
this in
trying to-
motion. We'll find out the rest later.
All right. Well, as you
Oh,
go
just 1 hour.
over here, about over here, you come across a group of 5 girls playing little girls, so 6 or 7 or something around that.
So tall girls is what you're saying.
For a gnome.
Yeah.
He's immediately interested.
No.
No, he's not. They have no academic value.
Their social standing is totally beneath me,
Yeah.
even though they are not.
Yeah, they barely know colors.
Anyway, they're playing a sort of skipping rope game, and they take turns jumping on the rope while they're singing a little song.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
God damn it.
Well,
This place is haunted.
it says, put her body on the bed, take a knife and lob her head. The girl jumps off, the next one goes in. Watch the blood come out of the pipe, eat the scourge so nice and ripe. The next one goes. Drops of red so sparkly bright, platters spell her name just right. Next one goes. With a hammer killed his wife, now he wants to claim your life. And the last one. Tricksy father tells a lie, listen close or you will die.
It's quite obvious we're going to need that one copy-pasted.
Yeah, that's gonna be important.
I told you guys this was a friendly town.
And they just continue to stare at us while singing this without blinking. We walk completely around them too. Why do their necks not stop turning?
No, they don't really notice you at the moment.
I don't get this
Can
popular
approach them
music.
if you would like.
Kids these days.
What can you say? It's the music of the youth. Evocative
That's,
lyrics. Evocative lyrics. Definitely a bit of folklore webbed in there.
So do you approach them or do you just let them continue?
I'll approach.
Alright.
Hello there, youngins.
They completely freeze up for a moment, huddle together and stare at you. Because, well, a stranger just walked up to them.
Yeah. I show off one of my many musical instruments. I was just curious on the wee song you're singing about. Is that a local wee number?
It's just something if children here have sung forever. No?
Nah, it's just I heard it before.
Older folks have taught it to us.
Does it have a wee title or anything?
Don't think so, no.
Alright.
Just a game song.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Thank you very much for that. I won't bother you no more.
Alright. Have a good day, mister.
I walk away, playing an instrument because I can.
Right. They give you some confused but not as frightened looks as before.
Yeah. I try to fit in the sort of rhythm they were going for with the song.
Yeah. And they start to whisper amongst each other for a little while as you go on.
Alright, so if it didn't. But I've got much of a knowledge of where I got it from. It's a bit of a traditional thing. Still, I get this weird feeling I remember a story I used to read in a study. Eventually the kids were all blonde, blue-eyed, and I think some guy woke up with a knife in his back.
Oh, if they said that all the kids sing this, then we might have better chances with some of the adults who sung it in their youth.
We could
They
also
know more about it.
Although we have had little luck enough with the adults. We could try one of the priestly types. They might be a bit more generous. Certainly the father had less of a suspicious nature to him.
which is almost suspicious in of itself.
Why?
So far, is the only one in town who hasn't attacked us.
Ah, we do have another source as well. Perhaps Miss Lorrimore herself sung it as a Wayne.
That is who I was going to suggest we go speak to.
Then again, she does have means and money, so maybe she didn't partake in the rustic flair. I don't know how long I was here, come to think of it.
It could be long enough that she's at least heard the other children sing it.
You do know she hasn't lived here for most of her life. She did spend a lot of time at the university, and Lorimer hasn't always lived here either, so yeah.
So lower chances there.
Like he bought this house about 10 years ago, maybe.
We continue our venture.
Mm-hmm. All right, just back to the home.
Yep.
No pit stops.
Haven't really got the cash for that. Bit light in the purse.
What are you wanting to purchase?
I was just thinking I might need a wee bolt thrower, you know.
Could be willing to loan some to you.
Ah, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. I'm sure recovered enough.
All right, so you arrive at the residence then. Kendra welcomes you again.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, you too. Where did you go?
Ah, well, hang on a
let's-
second. Let's just get inside with the doors closed. Is there anyone local visiting currently?
No, I'm alone. There's
Fantastic in one way, not so much in the others, but, you know, you've got company right now. So, we followed up on some notes from your dad. Turns out there was a stockpile of holy implements and spectre fearing ammunition inside a false crypt. Admittedly, we probably should have asked permission and all that there, but we're going to be needing that there if we're going to check out where he might have met his end.
Yeah, I remember that something about that. You did read his journal and read it loud.
Yeah.
It was actually true then. But yeah.
Which means the rest will probably pan out. Your dad wasn't a dishonest man after all.
Yeah, but I do agree you should probably not tell the Ferrismans about this. They might take it as theft.
But according to your dad, I didn't even know it was there.
Even so,
But it's still church property, technically.
Well, most of it's probably going to get used up when we go into those ruins. I'm betting there's some very nasty spectres clinging there. Whole stonework soaked and tormented.
I suppose. I mean, if they don't know about it, it probably won't hurt. But are you sure you want to go there?
Of course.
we have to
Right.
figure out what happened.
Can't leave this one lying. Plus, it's looking like a bigger issue.
Well, at least you're not going alone. I wouldn't want any of you to go alone. Not like my father.
It's a bit of a shame that happened. But he did have that he did have that sort of drive to him where he didn't want to bother other people with it. The amount of complaints he'd get just reaching up to the top shelf without getting a stare or asking for help. Determined they were, stubborn. But now we're torn on if we have enough hours of daylight.
Well, the Harrowstone is about half an hour on foot if you're not running, if you're setting a comfortable pace. So I suppose you could go there, take a look, and be home before sundown.
And I'm pretty sure we'll have to keep an eye out as well. Got this wee creep right between the shoulder blades that someone's going to be watching us as we head out there. Got a feeling your dad didn't meet his ends to something that we're dead.
Yes. I will say Harrowstone is a somewhat large complex, so you might not be able to get through everything in one day. If you do want to look around.
What's the gnome searching for?
Nothing that concerns you. And also the gnome should be able to whisper the rolls if he wants to make them secret.
I just tried clicking and it popped it out, so I don't know how to make it whisper.
It's okay. Go to your gear. Next to core bio and spells. On the right column, there's whisper rolls to GM. You can set that to a toggle.
Whisper toggle. I set it for you. Now you have a button on top under your name.
You'd think that'd
Public
be
or-
default. Yeah, weird.
Well, I don't really like to have the feet just picking up moss, but I suppose in a way we could have a nice decent dinner here. Keep the house full for a wee bit, have a good kip, and then head out first thing in the morning. Does feel a little bit lax though.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Right,
is all
you
quiet
talked me
now.
into it at least.
I feel like the more daylight hours we have, the better.
Aye.
Agreed.
They'll be a bit more
Sounds
reluctant
weird
to
coming
chase
from a
us.
drow. Daylight hours, agreed.
Did you say that out loud?
No, but I'm trying to think. Would he? I don't think Grayson would remark on that, but it's funny. I kind of find it funny how ...
Do you say that? You kind of find it funny how out loud?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, tell me what you're saying.
The
know
character's
if I
standing
should-
neutral, but the players, one's getting browbeaten by the other.
Exactly. I'm currently looking up what kind of cane would Grayson have. I'm kind of settling on this octopus cane here. It's pretty cool.
We should take a look at what we have. See who can use what.
Take inventory, split the loot.
Figure out who
I
needs
don't
what.
think anyone can use or has a crossbow at this point.
There are some arrows too.
Yeah, all those magic bolts.
Aye, well I know
Alright.
Sybil had a nice wee brass chased one. You still got it?
I just realized I hadn't set the party inventory handout so you all can edit it. So you can all put things from there on your inventory now and then delete it from the party inventory.
I mean, nobody else is gonna need all these potions, right? So I'm just gonna take 5 healing, 2 lesser restoration, just put them in my bag.
If I recall, I picked up 1 healing potion, 1 holy water, and a lesser restoration.
But aye, Sybil, my love, you've got a nice wee brass chased crossbow on yourself, aren't you? Still got it?
I can still use one to as much as I could.
I was just bringing up the one you used to have. You still got it, right? Still in working order. I was gonna ask for a wee lend of it.
Yes, I do.
No, she sold it to buy you this watch chain.
She sold her hair to get me this set of ivory combs. Because I've still got a wee bit of a knack with these here. I probably couldn't put a bolt between the eyes, but I could definitely get it center mass. Anyone else got one?
I only have a short bow.
I believe my father had one around here somewhere. I can look for it.
Alright, I'll join you out there.
I
You won't
can
have to
see
share it.
up.
Maybe we'll get
Well,
lucky love and won't have to share it. It'll be fine.
Well, Kendra vanishes for a bit and then returns with an old crossbow. Just a regular old piece. And hands it to whoever wants it.
Alright.
Here, I don't use it, but my father did have it around.
Let's get all the old dust off. Get rid of that musty. Yes! This'll do just fine. No bother at all. No bother. Also, just think of how wrong this is, Brad. We're in Pathfinder, but none of the casters have a crossbow.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an option on it, but I was like, this is going to be as big as me.
It's also just something physical he'd have to put in his hands and carry and not have a servant lug around. Maybe when you get a hireling, you can get yourself a crossbow.
The thing is also Pathfinder has weird shit like shurikens as regular loot.
Yeah.
Actually, in this very campaign.
Is anyone going to be using the arrows?
Anyone have a bow?
I think I'm the only one.
Congratulations, you now own arrows.
Congratulations, you're armed. Let's see, I'll put these in a wee bolt pack.
What were the arrows again?
+1 arrows.
10 of them.
Okay.
So I assume that investigation didn't turn up anything.
What investigation?
The roll that I didn't do.
No.
Okay.
With your 9, you don't find anything interesting. Unless you have advantage for some reason.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure why it rolls 2 numbers.
Because it
Just
automatically rolls advantage.
Yeah,
That's
you
also
change
something
that.
you can set. Roll queries. You can now toggle if you roll once with advantage or with disadvantage. Alright.
I will also lay claim to 1 potion of healing. Since my spells will be going to other people.
Right. Do remember to scratch those things from the party inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew them.
So I'm taking the 12 silver bolts. Reno, we're in the wind tunnel. Say something.
Oh fuck.
There we go.
Oh fuck, we're still in the wind tunnel. Motherfucker.
And the ghost touch bolts. And the undead bane bolts.
Alright. All of the bolts.
So you took a healing potion and a lesser restoration potion?
I removed it.
Okay.
And then I took a healing potion too.
Okay, so we're down to 3 of those.
Yeah, we should, because I left it at 4.
Or 2, actually. Yeah.
But then I didn't think if we're both editing at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna ask, but then you brought it up.
So 3 healing potions now and 1 lesser restoration potion, because I think someone...
I was the one with the lesser history. I removed it already.
So we have 2 healing potions left.
Yep.
I'll take 1.
Alright, we have 1 left.
And I will share the bolts with Sybil.
The weasel takes one.
Thank you.
Well, it's just a case of I'll just stick them on the sheet, but I'll pass them along. So we both share 12 silver bolts.
All right.
5 ghost touch bolts and 2 undead bane bolts. So that's pretty much it all.
And
got-
everything else remains in the collective box.
Well, the scroll's no good for me either way. Those of us without a
Bring
bow or a crossbow could take the horn siphons.
No, the horn siphons have to be used by hand.
Yes, so we might want to put him someone melee. I could take him and charge him if we get a chance.
Yeah, that's what I said. Someone who doesn't have a ranged weapon.
Yeah. I guess I can take 2.
Yeah, theoretically, I could acquire one.
Yeah, it doesn't take any specific skill or anything. You just have to twist the cap, and it activates. Not great.
Yeah,
I've
I'll take
showed
one.
you how they look like yet, but here they are.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Tubular.
take one.
Hey, Pan, remember when you used to have a vape?
Yeah.
So,
Jesus.
so
I'm
the Dark
qualified
Elf is
for this.
taking one.
Yeah.
And
So
The,
to reiterate how they function, you basically have to wait until there's a haunt active around, twist the cap, and then it deals damage. And if the damage kills the haunt or deactivates it, or whatever you want to call it, then it turns into this necrotic grenade. Otherwise, it just dealt some damage.
It sucks up
And then it's used up?
spookiness.
Yes.
And then becomes a grenade, which deals death, which is, strangely enough, distinctive from normal grenades.
What's the roll that we use to see if it hits? Or is that
Uh,
okay?
It hits automatically. You just have to activate it at the right time.
so no one has taken a scroll yet. I think
No good
how
for
many haunt siphons got taken?
There's one
3
left.
there's one left in there.
There is still one left. I wonder if I should.
Problem is, Nil, it's got to be on your spell list. So you might have it. I don't think I do.
Check. Protections. Actually,
I don't think it's even in my spell list.
I'm gonna take that last haunt siphon then.
You wrote down how it works, right?
Paladin, Warlock, Wizard do have protection from good and evil. And Cleric and Paladin have detect evil and good.
Okay, so I can take the protection.
So the detection can actually not be used by any of you, I think.
Detect evil and good is useless to a bard. All he needs is detect thoughts. Haha.
Aha!
Alright. There's also the Darkwood case. That's worth 50 gold. If you want to sell that to get something else, like another crossbow.
Or some regular bolts for him.
Or a second emergency greatsword.
Dual wield them.
I'll just skite on into the kitchen, get us something going.
Alright.
I could
Then let us
just
whip you something up. Snack
Okay.
to go. What?
I was gonna say I could assist in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they say no to a
Kendra
hand?
will appreciate the help.
What was the range on the haunt siphons? It got deleted, the description.
Um,
kind of room
5 foot
wide.
radius.
5 foot?
5 foot radius.
Cool.
Gotta get right up into it.
2d6 necrotic, 5-foot radius.
Well,
No, but
Not
no,
bad
it's
item.
3d6 radiant, and then there
Actually,
or
it
2
just
d6.
actually it just needs to be inside the haunt area.
Okay.
But it said the damage was done in a 5 foot radius. That's what I
Yeah, the grenade damage.
So, what's the name again? Felowin? Ilwyn, that was it. Ilwyn.
Ilfrin pauses. Pardon? Or is that to me?
I was just trying to remember the name there. Ilwyn, yeah?
Ilfrin.
Ilfrin,
You
sorry.
can just call me Frin if you like.
Fair enough, Ilfrin. So you've spent a long time on the surface, have you?
Several years, yes.
Only years. Not decades or anything.
No, not decades. That would be about. He looks like he's thinking. 40, 50 years.
Yeah, there we go then. So has been decades, got you.
But not very long.
I mean, it's most of my life is self. I'm only nearing 60 years myself. Mind you, half elf, so you know it's a wee bit different.
You got a lot more to go.
Not as many as normal though, and the brain kicks in a little bit earlier as well. Trust me, I've known a few of my own woody cousins. Still absolute children, and they've got about 30 or 40 odd years on me. So have you been much of a partaker in fine cuisine of the surface?
Not as much. Mostly it would be if I'm dining with others, it's usually other drow, but occasionally I do pop into places that are more friendly and I will eat what is on offer, but I mostly just cook for myself.
Well, let's see if we can get a bit more pep in it than this. After all, this is a meal between friends, new and old. So it might as well be a bit more fancy than just survival sustenance.
Agreed. I should have a little bit of a wander out. Maybe I can acquire some local herbs in the area.
Oh yeah, a good bit of greenery.
Well, I wasn't
Absolutely nothing.
eavesdropping, but I could go fishing if you want something.
I mean, we're already in the process of eating. If you're a good enough fisher, you can go right on ahead. I'm not just gonna doubt your credentials just yet. But if you can make it, that's absolutely fine as well.
Okay, goodbye.
Just remember to be back for food.
Ah,
I'll assume that's an answer.
oh, I'm already gone.
Sounds like a pirate. So that gets done.
Fine conquer.
Mm-hmm. A tussle and toil to make, hopefully, a decent dinner.
Yeah. Does anyone have cooking tools proficiency?
Of course not. Instead, I cheat using prestidigitation when no one's looking.
Well, one of you can make a cooking check regardless. Then it's a wisdom.
All right. Well,
With advantage, considering you're helping each other. Unless
unless
you're
we sabotage each other.
Too many cooks.
Yeah. It's a nice meal. Tastes very well. Not sure what the drow mixed in there, though.
Local herbs and spices.
We're already
Lemon?
eating when Johnny comes back.
I
That
caught a
bet-
rock.
That berry did have a lot of legs.
Why would a berry have a lot of legs?
I don't know, you put it in.
No, I didn't put any berries with legs in.
Oh, it's funny. Like, it's the spell cheats a little bit with flavor and all there. It helps enrich it, but ever since there was this lovely wee place, it's nice wee sort of open air, bit of a desert looking place, bit of a bistro and all there. Since then, I've not been able to get the spices that we had there out of my head whenever I cast that spell to improve flavor. It's always there, just that little hint.
Well, I mean, if you enjoyed it, it's likely to continue in your casting.
It's just funny how it's just always stuck in the head. You know, it's like a good song. Just can't get it out.
Always the same flavor? Didn't it get old at some point?
What's that, God? I think it's Kendra, actually.
Always the same flavor? Didn't that get old?
Oh,
at
it's
some
not
point?
it doesn't smother the entire flavor. It's just like a wee bit in the edge. It's like you've always got this nice little spicy side dish, depending on the flavors.
I see.
Alias, and the spell ends.
Mhm.
What's that, God? Yeah.
Everybody make sure you eat this within the hour, or the flavor kicks in. The real one.
And the legs start twisting again.
Oh, good, it's all nettle. It's all unboiled, stinging nettles. Great.
But yeah, you all have a nice, tasty meal. Kendra chatters a bit about her father mostly. Seems to quite enjoy the company. And is definitely not quite as glum as yesterday.
She's fixed. The death of her father has been solved within 24 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, slightly less glum. Still not happy, but
It's
more
good
at
to have
ease.
people.
Yeah, have some distraction. Not sit alone in the house for 2 weeks alone. Yeah.
Kendra, do you ever hear about that creepy wee rhyme? We heard there's some wee village kids bringing it up about put her body on the bed, take a knife and lop her head. It's violent imagery. Apparently, it's just something to know to sing. They've been taught it by the elders.
Oh. Yes, I believe I heard about that. Well, in passing, but never quite caught my interest. I believe it has something to do with something with Harrowstone.
Oh, it's
It
bound to be
does-
like a list of crimes of all the prisoners and all.
Yeah, it did hold some fairly infamous prisoners, as far as I remember. I mean, it was known for holding the worst of the worst. So
Probably no doubt
I
there.
wouldn't be surprised if some of those left a lasting impression. Couldn't tell you any details, though.
Fair enough, just bring it up.
I mean, my father did have plenty of documents in that regard, so you could look there in his study, personal library.
That sounds like a good idea.
Maybe the town hall or the temple. They usually keep some records as well.
Well, seeing as I've just got a full belly and a bit of a wine in, I think I'll go to the study. It's a more manageable journey for right now. You can see he takes a bit of effort to get out of a chair. Still keeps the wine glass balance, though.
Yeah. Well, the library is on the ground floor. Over there.
Oh, it gets even better.
The right door.
Let's have a wee shifty then.
Javin will follow. Kind of just peruse the library.
Good lad, you volunteering up. There's an arm over your shoulder now. Because what I remember about our fair old friend there is he was not akin to organizational skills. So we now have to work out where are we going to find something about the folklore and history of Hearthstone and this tune.
There's nothing there. Already looked.
Hey, well, I mean, I think
We might need to check the upper shelves.
I glare at you.
Didn't want to say it, but I think you're on the ball there.
Ilfrin will, on the other hand, go do the dishes.
Who knows why he built these
Oh,
shelves so monstrously huge, so impractically large? What reasonable man needs more than 2 rows on his shelf?
Why do all these fools put their good things on top shelves? Shouldn't they be on the bottom, where they're easy to get at?
But yeah. Alright. Fren helps Kendra wash the dishes then.
He's being a very nice man.
And what's your names again? Kelmorn and Draven are going to the library.
Try to
What
discover,
are the
yes.
other 4 doing?
It's what time is it now? Is it getting dark?
It's just dinner.
No, it's just
Lunchtime.
early afternoon.
John will just do like a quick little walk around town. Just walk off the meal.
Alright. Going anywhere specific or just walking around?
Go to the bridge, look in the north of town. Hang out there for a little while. Look at the water.
Alright.
Rena, say something.
Oh, fuck.
There we go.
This is more of a joke
Talking
from
with your friendly way.
Carvis and Pan. Is it raining?
Oh, but it rained 2 sessions later.
No, it doesn't rain.
After somebody died.
No, it didn't happen then, remember? It was the time it could have. Instead, it was weeks later and then it happened. For several months, the kingdom was in the greatest drought it had ever seen. There had not been a single day of rain for weeks upon months.
But yeah, Sybil and Grayson.
Hmm?
What are you doing?
I got my
Alright,
face
at the
in a book.
library.
Yeah.
All right. You're all. Yeah. You all make me history checks, please.
Let me do a bit of reading.
I'll whisper a few wee sweet nothings to Sybil, though, to give her inspiration.
Okay, no, so researcher just says that I might know where the information is if I don't know it, so it doesn't help with this.
So you've got a D6 if you want, P.O.
Well, sure, why not? 23.
Neat.
He's inspiring.
Very
Inspired.
inspiring, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Let's see.
You bet he's inspired.
Inspired!
I also like that Pio commented on the video as well. As someone who makes a lot of spreadsheets, that last video made me happy.
Yeah, I thought you two would dig it. Especially P.O. The accountancy in her blood. Ah, must have triggered.
VLOOKUP is a wonderful thing.
But do you know how it works?
Yes. I've had to
Yeah,
program sheets with it.
He kind of glossed over a few numbers there. Shame. I kind of.
What specifically are you researching, by the way?
Kelmore is specifically looking for Hearthstone folklore.
Hearthstone. So basically about the
the prison holiday.
Yeah.
Like he's looking for the more fanciful tales.
Whoever's in the library sees Draven kind of pulling out books one by one, thumbing through them and putting them back. And
Yeah.
he seems a little
Well,
frustrated, but he says, I can't find
as
anything.
You
It's
know you
most-
have to read them sometime.
I do have to. I need Sybil's answer what exactly she is researching. More about the song or Harrowstone in general, or
More about
Yeah.
the song.
all right. And Grayson?
He's trying to cheat. I don't know if we have like an index or something in this universe, but it's like Harrowstone, H, nothing. Okay.
Okay, so Harrowstone itself then.
Yeah.
Dewey Decimal. What a shitty little gnome he was.
Oh,
Rose to prominence though when from on the Underdark came the race of via razors.
all right. So, between you all, you learn the following things: that Harrowstone was built about 120 years ago, and was the whole reason why Ravengrow even came to be. Basically, the village was built around the prison itself, and around 50 years ago, there was a fire that destroyed the parts of the prison, killed all prisoners and guards, and even the warden's wife died during the fire, though no one really knows why she was there in the first place. And the statue at the riverbank was built in memory of that event, of course. And ever since the prison has burnt down, Ravengrow has become just a regular village with Harrowstone as a reminder, but no, it was never rebuilt or used for anything. Though it is quite suspected that it is actually a haunted place, and people don't really like speaking about it.
So we don't find anything in connection with the song, like specific
I
killer
was getting to
memos.
that.
Okay.
Getting to that. And well, since the prison became quite rather famous for holding particularly dangerous criminals, and the prison became fuller and fuller. And at the time of the fire, the prison was practically overflowing with all kinds of criminals. And in particular, there were five of the most famous ones, which actually were named. There were the Father Charlatan, the Lopper, the Mosswater Marauder, the Piper of Ilmarsh, and the Splatterman. And you can also pick one of those five you want to know more about.
I hope the Splatterman was a murderer and not just someone who was caught for indecent exposures.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
God, I hope he killed people in a horrible way instead of for sexual misdemeanors.
Well, Pio, which one would you like to know more about?
Probably the Splatterman.
All right, the Splatterman, also called Ian Ferramin. Professor Ferramin was a celebrated scholar of anthroponomastics, the study of personal names and their origins. at the Quatrefox archives in Caliphas. And during accidental association with a succubus, he became mildly insane and turned his studies into an obsession. Charlemagne became obsessed with the power of a name and how he could use it to terrify and control. Soon enough, his reputation was ruined, he'd lost his tenure, and he'd developed an uncontrollable obsession with an imaginary link between a person's name and what happened to that name when the person dies. Every few days, he would secretly arrange for his victim to find a letter from her name written in blood, perhaps smeared on a wall or spelled out with carefully arranged entrails. Once he had spelled his victim's name, he would at last come for her, killing her in a gory mess using a complex trap or series of rigged events meant to look like an accident. So, Final Destination style murders.
Very much a Puppet from Hell or Texas. Gotcha.
Aren't those the same places?
But you're forgetting Florida.
But the mask was made in Hell or Texas.
You pressed a consequences button.
God is my coworker now.
Don't kill me. I have many families. Okay, so...
Yeah, that's what you learn.
What was the first name on him? I feel like his name might be important.
The Splatterman, Herrn Faramin, he was...
No, I'm just...
he studied
I couldn't make
personal
out the...
names and their origins.
No, I couldn't make out the first name.
I don't know how to expect... How to...
Okay.
There.
Dean, right.
But he was also... he was generally just regarded as the Splatterman. So... Most reference to him called him the Splatterman rather than Ian Faramin or Professor Faramin or anything else.
Okay.
What do you do with this knowledge?
I share it with the others.
It's a hell of a
Yes.
nickname to get yourself out there of a splatter man. I suppose being called like the Namer or the Identifier, there's not much of a reputation to get there for a killer.
No, but it certainly is an odd tale.
Aye, I've heard a lot of his bollocks on through names. It's really about the... It doesn't really work on the free thinking, the sentient and all there. It's more about those that are defined and materialized by their alignment sort of thing. You know, we've all heard you need to know a demon's true name and pronounce it right to keep it bound. Can't see a whole lot of... And again, he was batshit, so I suppose that's the main issue there. And his spirit's probably creeping about there. Certainly thinking on the lyrics and whatnot. Like if he's about contrived circumstances and environmental hazards, I mean, if he was the ghost who got the professor, I mean that fits with, as opposed to, you know, getting a knife stuck in him or getting drained by a flock of sturges from the sounds of it.
Hmm.
Then again, it could just easily be someone with a bad hammer or something to get there, but we'll find out. Bound to be active though. That sounds like the kind of messed up mentality I would linger as a spectral psyche. How you doing, Draven?
You kind of see him still kind of pulling out books.
Aimlessly, not finding anything interesting.
He'll take out a book, kind of read maybe a sentence or two halfway through, put it back.
I was in much the same state myself. Not a lot of good illustrations to get for quick and easy reference here. I think Sybil here's clocked in the best we can find. Maybe we should.
I will say the research does take some time.
Ah.
So it's more like approaching evening now.
So that leaves the others. What are they up to? How quickly does Pan's character get in a fight?
With a fish.
With a child over a fish.
Come on.
Minnow.
Fight it. Fight it. Dare you.
Okay, I got this. I got this. Ah, 3 damage.
It takes it. And fucks back off into the river.
Yeah, I got more where
That's
that come from. A whole other fist.
That's 5 fingers.
Well, 4 on that one.
The thumb doesn't count. I just have 5 fingers.
Yeah, one hand's
Yeah.
just 5 fingers. They all wrap in together.
No
Yeah.
thumbs.
No thumbs.
What do not Draven.
Girlfriend?
Johnny and Drow friend, yes.
Well, considering we said that we were going to be staying about, what I figure is it
1
might be
month?
worthwhile. It might be worthwhile to check out the town and see if anybody's kind of doing any gossip that might actually be useful. In which case, I would probably try to find someplace with a lot of people, switch over to being a cat, and try to eavesdrop.
Okay, there is in the town there are in the evening especially there would be people at the local tavern, the Laughing Demon, and at the inn, the Outward Inn. I'll map quick. I check. Actually, there. This one. Right now. Even smaller. But yeah, building up there by the river. Tavern. In and that's here.
Yeah, probably. I guess the tavern would be the best bet.
All right.
Does the tavern have windows that I could theoretically hang around outside?
Yeah, you can.
Staring in, their nose pressed against the glass.
No, as a cat. So he's pretty much going to try to lay on the windowsill and try to,
Yeah, staring in with your nose pressed against the glass.
keen
Yeah.
cat ears. Less looking and more listening.
Yeah. All right. Anywhere particular hanging out near the bar or Or yeah, there are several windows, so
Yeah, wherever I see the most people, and then I probably do a little like circuit around, so I try to listen a little bit for whatever's going on.
okay. Do give me a 1d100 then.
Good
Alright.
choice, Pio.
Okay, hold on.
Your friendly neighborhood drow.
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he
I am
doesn't
here to
have
make
an eye.
friends with you surface dwellers.
Cat. It's a black cat. Which will
With
probably
no
also
eyes.
cause problems.
But yeah, no, the people are talking about the new strangers in town, which you can deduce means you, of course.
Oh yeah.
Then they also mumble about how there's been some strange things happening lately. But those started to happen before you even arrived. So, like Lorimer's death and other things, how people have not been sleeping right, and in generally how someone's daughter has heard some faint sobbing near the ruins of Harrowstone lately. It has been heard before that there are some spooky sounds coming from there, but they do seem to have increased lately.
I've got ideas now. That's fantastic. Well, all right then.
So
I probably wouldn't have time with my 1 hour to go back to the inn, so I'd probably try to head back home before it runs out.
and you're staying for
Because I kind of stick out like a sore thumb, and I have a feeling that the locals aren't going to be gossiping with an outsider there. It's not even necessarily that I'm a drow, just I'm one of the new people.
It's because you're a drow.
That too, but I mean, you know.
Well, as you are about to leave, with about 10 minutes or something left from your shift, you do hear from a table where they've been playing cards a triumphant cry, and someone places a winning hand of hero cards on the table. But as he does, the cards burst into flames, and everyone around them just jumps on their feet, backs up as the flames seem to spread for a moment in a blinding light, but then just vanish again.
Oh,
Also make me a perception check.
Now, is there enough daylight to confer disadvantage on this?
She's a cat. Also, it's about sound. And you do hear some faint screams and crackling of fire from below for some reason. Think
from
to hear.
below.
The
Like
smoke
for
lingers for a few minutes, but eventually dissipates.
does it seem like below as in a basement below us, or below us like a catacomb?
Something somewhere below the ground. Might be from a basement or somewhere else. But the sounds do vanish fairly soon again. So it's just briefly.
Did I see a outdoor? Because while the sounds were going on, did I happen to on my circuit around see a outdoor entrance to a cellar?
There would be a basement in the tavern, of course, yes.
Yeah, if there's an outdoor entrance, I'd like to try to slip under there and try to check it out real quick when I hear the sound.
Yeah, the basement door seems closed, but nothing particular seems to be coming from there. No smoke, no
bugger.
fire, nor heat. There is an open window though, so you could head inside and take a closer look at the cards if you would like.
We'll try that.
You do see that there's actually no signs of a fire there, but it clearly has been there since all the people jumped back. But the cards remain unscorched. And the one card that seems to have caused all this uproar is the Uprising card. A card that shows a small army of enraged peasants marching amid a field of flames.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Neither is the car's bursting into flame, and then a black cat sneaks into the lounge and goes immediately up to the cards. This isn't suspicious at all.
Yeah, and as you
As
come
a cat
closer,
owner, yes. Yeah, that wouldn't be suspicious.
and as you come closer and take a look at it, some of the people start to whisper a bit, and one eventually comes close and tries to shoo you away.
I shoo away.
Pick you up.
Oh
And-
no, I go back out the window. I'm not getting picked up.
One does
I'm
not softly
indignant.
pick up a cat.
All right.
I'm a noble beast. Why are you picking me up?
You're a stupid noodle. But
All I heard was you're a stupid noodle that.
yeah, that's it. You're just no. That's all. You're just a stupid noodle. That's a cat.
Oh. So yeah, with my remaining time, I'm booking it back to the residence.
All right.
I go to find the most party members in a area.
You find Johnny, I guess. All the rest of us are in the house.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to the house. Probably, I guess, to the study where y'all are.
Yeah, you would probably see Johnny sitting or standing.
Oh, he's taking a nap in the most comfy chair he could find.
Oh, he's gone back inside.
Yeah, just taking a cozy little nap before before bed.
Oh well, if he's doing that, I'm
A
probably
nap
gonna
before
walk
bed.
in.
God damn it.
I'm probably gonna bop him on the nose a couple times as a cat, and meow in his face.
It's the meowing. That's what wakes him up. What the
And then
fuck?
I hop down and start for the study, and I look back at him.
We get a cat. We have a cat? Okay. I'll get up and follow.
There we go.
It
And I
is
go back
very
into the study.
Nobody owns a cat, really. The cat owns them.
They're just it's my reclusive roommate that poops in a box.
Fuck that. He doesn't get to be called a roommate until he chips in on the rent.
That's what the mice are for.
I mean, this orange one kind of just said, fuck you, I live here now.
Well, fuck you. Where's my utilities fee? Get a job.
Cat litter ain't free.
Thankfully, we have a well on property, so yeah, she would just have to chip in for electric.
Yeah, so then I would go up to join the rest of the group. And then I would very much likely hop up on the middle of their table and meow loudly at them.
Exactly as the
attention.
wild-shaped timer ticks
Yeah.
over.
Pwom,
Just
what
when
the
he's on the
fuck?
table on all fours.
Cat's
It's
not going
like-
on the table, damn it.
Absolutely. This cat goes on the table. And then, yeah, when the wild shape ends, yeah, I would just probably sit on the edge of the table. Well, we've had something very interesting happen.
Elves are weird.
Aye, we are in that. Not denying. Some are weirder than others. So, what's your little tale then? Not your current one, your previous one.
He just gives a little bit of a sigh at that, pretends he didn't hear it,
Your joke
and then
is
says,
bad.
well,
You should feel bad.
they were playing a rousing game of cards up at the tavern, and the cards decided to randomly catch on fire. However, the cards weren't burned. Underneath, you could also hear some faint. What was it? It was. You said sobbing, was it?
No, screamings of pain
Screaming.
and crackling of fire.
I could hear almost like screams of pain and the crackling of fire, but down below. So not up in the tavern where the cards were on fire, but
An
down
illusion?
under my feet.
Yeah, it sounds like a wee bit of illusionary magic. The cards were fine, the area around them, no one got a burnt finger.
No, but what really hit me was the screaming sound from below. It wasn't coming from the cellars, which I checked. And the card that was lit up was the uprising, which was a bunch of peasants leading an uprising surrounded in flames.
And that sounded like an attempt to sort of drill up the superstitious, get them riled. It's definitely sounding a bit like an illusory trick. The
Somebody's
screams-
trying to
like-
drum up business.
I will remind you there was also actual smoke there that lingered longer than the flames.
Then I will mention that part as well,
Hmm.
which also seems illusionatory.
Aye. Well, it's not so much drum up business as drum up ironing. Do you remember how pissed off they were at the funeral? And then you've got the symbols getting painted down on. Probably by Splatterman himself, getting painted on the statue and all. So, might be, we'll say Coven or Cult. Maybe trying to get themselves a bit of extra collateral support. Get the, the simple peasants in an angry state to chase away outsiders who might be poking their nose into their business, which, to be fair, we are.
Something's occurred to me. The warden that died. Yeah, his wife was in the what was in the place when she wasn't supposed to be. Did he
In the
have a
prison.
daughter? Yeah, and in the prison. Did he have a daughter?
Nope.
Okay. There goes my info.
The wife's name was it again? Visoriana.
Zoriana.
I'll spell it out for you.
Okay. Now we've already seen a V painted.
I'm half wondering if this is related to her. I mean, if she died in a fire, one could relate, screaming and crying and flames.
Well,
To her.
I'm not entirely sure if she's a sympathetic figure in this tale. Just from the fact that, the fire consumed the prison, along with somehow all guards and prisoners, that seems quite unlikely. And she were there for mysterious reasons. Well, undivulged reasons.
She also died, by the way.
I didn't say she was successful at it.
Well, my question is, yeah, obviously this was done on purpose. There's no way that everybody's going to die without it being on purpose. I'm more wondering if maybe she was somebody that was specifically targeted for a specific sacrifice. Because otherwise, why was she there? Either that or she started it.
Well, here's a question then. It weren't in the cellar of the tavern, so what underground chambers do we have underneath the town here? I mean, some tradesmen's, in a few villages I've been to, like the tradesmen's would have little tunnels going between each other and into the town centre for markets and such. But then they're usually connected to the basements of the place themselves. You're saying there were not coming from the cellar.
Yeah. Well, correction. I did put my ears to the cellar. Didn't hear anything coming from it, but the sound had been coming from underneath. It could also just be part of illusionatory magic where they had falls streaming down from underneath the floorboards. But we can't write anything off.
Could be, but I mean, if there is a wee secret cabal here, I'm not ruling that out. I mean, certainly those would be how they get around easily enough out of sight. Or for their little secluded meeting spots. But, yeah, certainly one to tuck away in the head there. I think the prison's still our best bet.
Correct.
Point of that, Betty buys, I suppose.
Oh, there was one more other thing. Apparently, even before we arrived and before the professor passed, there had been some very strange ongoings. Apparently, people were having a hard time sleeping.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Because we did,
So something.
we found out about this one called the Splatter Man. And apparently his path to insanity was tinged, guided, in fact, by a succubus who liked to prey about on dreams and desires.
Curious.
Might be a few of the others had, a little bit of a supernatural golden. But we
So far,
couldn't fucking get through. Yeah, that's a dense bit of literature to sift through.
so theoretically, there are two routes this could be going. Either A, we're dealing with an incredibly haunted place that's spilling over into the town. Or B, we have some individuals who are aiming for something in particular and pretending that the town is haunted to get a certain action that they want.
I think it might be a bit more of a C in that there is a group and they've stirred it up recently. Like that prison's definitely full of horrible spirits. I'm not doubting that there for a moment. But they were probably sitting idle, maybe even warded against by the Pharasma lot. And then someone came along with a little group, decided to tap it for a bit of power. Maybe finish off some that were left undone, or complete it successfully. And now things are seeping out.
All are entirely possible at this stage. And that's unfortunate.
Because after all, the professor himself was all about the way. So we got a name for the group. The Whispering Way, that's it. More than just a cabal of necromancers. So I'd say they've tapped the foundations.
It is likely. Now the question is, if they were already here and they've started this nonsense, or if they came here because of this nonsense.
I'd say they've started. That's what got the professor's interest.
The professor poking around is probably why the townspeople think he's a necromancer to begin with.
Yeah, of course. Fucking stupid of him.
Can't expect normal people to be fine with all of their superstitious nonsense.
Well, my head is swimming right now in literature, so I think it's time I had a wee kip.
Alright, so you call it a day?
Unless we want to go digging down into the bones of the town.
Yeah, it's pretty much evening now, so after everything is said and done. But yeah. You do get a restful night of sleep. And nothing out of the ordinary seems to happen. Because you wake up tomorrow.
I would offer to take the lovely lady of the house out and set some flowers abloom so that she can have something pretty to look at. Try to lighten her spirits.
Because he doesn't count, of course.
No, obviously not.
I'd like you to see something pretty out here. And I'll get some flowers, too.
He's not that suave.
That's not suave.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
I mean, he has 16 charisma.
Yeah, he has charisma.
I was gonna say it could be worse. Yeah, if he's got 16.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's an elf, so.
He's a drow elf, though.
Which means I get a bonus to charisma for some reason?
No, but it's supposedly exotic pretty, I guess.
Do they?
Yeah, they
Well,
do.
Drow do get a bonus to charisma.
Oh,
in
okay.
some
Well, it's
ways.
because charisma's more about willpower these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5e really changes the way some things.
Well,
are
you don't need an
interpreted.
attractiveness stat. Especially when it's
You
usually
do,
the dump
and dwarves
stat.
used to be ugly.
Yep.
I always felt that charisma was less about attractiveness and more about, personalness.
Although we do kind of point out that because you're because you look like a dragon, Dragonborn are just naturally more handsome and attractive, so they get a +1 charisma.
I mean, who wants to fuck with a dragon? Maybe it's,
Every
throwing a
bard.
lot- I'm
Every bard. And Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
He's not a very bard.
From what I know, that does actually sound plausible.
Mm-hmm.
No, he is literally fuck dragons.
Yeah, I meant the part about the honorary bard.
Oh yeah.
He probably founded his own school, his own college.
The college
Yeah,
of getting
and you
shit done
appreciate
for yourself.
flowers.
But there's already a College of Swords, not that kind of sword.
And does thank you with a smile. Mostly because Ilfrin has put the most attention into actually brightening her day a little, as opposed to everyone else.
I could. I gave reassuring talks,
Yeah.
I am an excellent bodyguard.
But keeping it casual. She was my friend's daughter, after all. I wouldn't move in on her right now when she's grieving. I mean, that would just be sinister and creepy.
I'm not moving in. I am just being very polite. And then further down the road, theoretically, I could move in, but not right now.
Making the plans to seduce this woman during her greatest time of need would just be fucking creepy and sinister and horrible. What kind of
Yeah.
soulless creature would think of doing this in detail?
Yeah, any drow.
It's like, there we go. I'm interested. I should wait. That is correct.
These damn drow elves.
Damn drow.
What
you
kind
plant-
of alignment is he supposedly?
Neutral.
Ah, fair enough.
For now.
He's a druid. He's neutral.
Meanwhile, those who go to bed a little bit later might see Kelmorn pacing in front of Sybil's room for a bit with a bottle of wine before just going off to his own room.
Not the wine. Give it back.
Johnny needs it. All of it.
I need it for my nap before bed.
God damn it. Of course we've had one nap, but what about second nap?
Second nap.
Why be conscious at all?
I mean, that's my effort.
But yes, next morning comes. Everyone is well rested. What's your plan for the day?
Desecrate the tormented spirits, see them off to the great beyond, pillage what we can of use.
See your spirits driven before you. Hear the lamentations of.
Less desecration.
I mean, this is just going to be a quick trip, right?
No,
Accident.
welcome to an
it's not gonna-
all-day. Welcome to an all-day adventure, lad. We are going to go deep
Lad?
into the bowels of this horrible, tormented place, and see what useful things we can find out about it. In particular, were it the supernatural or just some sneak that did in the good professor?
Well, let's investigate.
And remember,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we'll get some good information before we even get in there. There should be symbols on the foundations outside to take a look at. But let's head our way out.
Over breakfast, I was casually poking at the spirit board.
Yes, it is a spirit board.
Yeah.
Trying to see if he can call the professor. Give me your books.
Let's make sure that we bring the spirit board just in case.
It's like, so the board is brass or just the?
The planchette. The thing.
Okay.
that-
So the board's just
around.
wood, a board.
Yeah, probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Nicely decorated. But yeah. It does seem to be enchanted somewhat and work along with the planchette, but
That weird time when last year Poundland decided, let's bring out cheap spirit boards for Halloween.
the thing is also quite expensive actually.
I'd totally take this with me, but I doubt I could carry it and then be effective in any way.
It's bigger than you are.
It's half as big as me. Yeah.
They're probably heavier. Yeah.
It's alright, that's why we got backpacks. Just fold this away. There we go, no bother.
I was just waiting for it. And that's why we have backpacks. Opens flap, hop in.
Or alternatively, let's just fold this. Oh, that broke very quickly. I should have looked for hinges, really, shouldn't have.
Like that one Ziva Shoe video where the Warfort keeps a gnome in his backpack for surprise attacks. We could do it.
Yeah, all I needed was a familiar to do all the work.
Yeah. I've got one of those.
Yeah.
If you get my weasel killed, it's going to cost you 30 gold.
Kendra bids you all goodbye, and after breakfast, you make your way to the Harrowstone ground. I do believe you're all on the correct map now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks it.
Yep.
For the bottom left.
How did everyone die?
Yeah. I'm aware that
Series of happy accents.
I'm aware it's a tiny map, but I couldn't get any better. So
That's how it works.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's legible, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I can tell what's going on, and if you think that's bad, you see some of the maps I had to use for Deadlands. That was rough.
Yeah, people don't make cowboy maps.
It's another reason I bought the Legion of Liberty thing, because worst comes to worst, I can reuse those maps for other historical games, you know.
It's a lovely looking place.
yeah, quite overgrown from the outside. You can see where part of the
I was gonna say this circle on the
has
ground.
collapsed.
What, is that a?
No, that's mostly just for style, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to tell what
Not
was going
actually.
on here. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's very stylized.
Okay, yes, that's that. Yeah, it looks like that's just a way the map is, not actual terrain features. Okay.
You can see nature starting to take back over the place. That is good.
Yeah. On the right, there's a sinkhole that has filled up with water.
Alright, we've got to get ourselves down into it and check out the foundation stones. That's what he says. Symbols were carved that he has studied. But also where the spirits may have been chasing them out.
How obvious would be to just go in the front door and downstairs.
Right. Well, not so much the front door. I can see the walls a little bit easier to manage here.
And we could also circle for a direct access to the basement.
Well, I was just talking about the other wall, love. Hey, you can see it's collapsed here on the right.
I mean, it's
Yeah, so I was still providing an alternative as well.
it's not that difficult to get in there over.
Yeah, or the staircase
here?
up here.
Mhm.
I mean, the wall has collapsed there.
Yeah. I make the big move and step inside.
All right.
And then remember to go back for Sybil instead.
Is the gate actually locked?
Do also make me a wisdom save, please.
Who, me?
Yes, the one who entered first.
The one who is moving now.
Yep.
Yes. You do feel for a moment like you're trapped. And it's hot. Burning hot. Skin feels on fire. You just have to get out. And you're frightened. Can't take a step further for a moment.
Yeah, back out for a bit. Oh, I could feel that right down to the bones. That is nasty as is. So, brace yourselves and whatnot. There's a lot of lingering sensations here. I felt it right away, of as if I were in the blaze itself. Oh, I get shook of that. That's nasty.
If I go up to him, is anything on Kelmore? Does he look normal? He just felt it, or when he comes back out, do I see anything on him?
Looks a little paler than usual, but otherwise fine. And it passes in.
I pass him a wineskin. You look like you need a drink.
Oh, no. I've got just the residuals. It's fine. It's fine.
Takes about 6 or 7 minutes. Then he's fine again.
That's quite a while.
I was gonna say, how many
2
rounds
minutes.
is that's like 70 rounds. Like, yeah.
2d4 minutes.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh. Alright, so got to steel ourselves a little bit before setting foot once again. Very nasty, Bo. So prepare yourselves for that. You're gonna
Sounds
get a little,
fantastic.
you're gonna get a little glimpse of its final moments. Can we get advantage by holding hands?
Actually,
Zap.
actually, as you go again, nothing happens. Seems to have been a
Didn't mean
one-time
to
thing.
do that.
Well, one time for me. What about the rest?
No, the rest don't have anything else either.
Ooh, wee bit of a warning.
Doesn't seem so scary in here. I don't know what you were worried about.
No, well, God, there was definitely an outside influence. I think it was just a
Send the
one-time
weasel in
little
first.
warning.
Well, first, actually, why don't you let me? I can sneak my way up over there and see if I hear anything.
Off you did.
And I can see through my familiars. There's a way I can see through my familiar, right?
Yeah, you yourself are blinded, and instead you see through the eyes of your familiar.
Hold it up to your eye. It's a weasel scope.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna down weasel scope. Yeah, I'm
He's able to
scalp
make
the
this
weasel.
telescope out of a telescope and a
Alright.
weasel with some rope.
I'll suggest that the weasel goes around back and I check out the front area.
All right. Yeah.
Does it look like I can check out this building over here?
Yes, you can. You can go over there without issue. As I said, the red lines are just style.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of like going to peer in the window, see if I see anything.
Do you have stonemason's tools proficiencies?
I do not.
Then make me a perception check.
That was such a good show.
Yeah, you can determine that it is quite unstable.
Don't forget,
It's
it's
a
daylight.
7.
Yeah.
It's a 7.
Oh,
But I am here to save the day, for I can use Mason's tools.
I thought you were a cat, but yeah. No, you don't see it.
No. Yeah, I'm a drow.
Very bright.
I'm a drow, not a cat. It's very easy to get those two things mixed up. They're both spiteful, sadistic creatures, but thrive on pain.
Yeah, I don't see anything of note in there, in which case I would move around over to where the entrance is. Because the wall here, is it partially collapsed and burned?
That's actually... The prison has 2 stories. What you're seeing up here is a balcony. And there's actually a door there.
Yeah, if this was Boo's house, it's where you get the star.
Yeah. Get
Okay.
you over
I
there.
like how the drow ran off sneakily to scout and then can't see shit.
Well, he's just kind of. He's more or less. He's actually trying to listen to
All we
things.
hear from a distance is, God, the sun's fucking bright.
Like, why the fuck is
Guys.
that? Why the fuck am I doing the surface?
Why is there a ball of burning?
I wish I was like Chicago and didn't have eyes.
Okay, Rena, you're now.
You should not
in
have gotten
a
away
more
with that.
detailed map.
And it's dark in here. I can see.
That's actually just vision based.
So it's still correction. Is it direct sunlight or indirect? Because if it's indirect, I'm
It's
fine.
still sunlight here outside. Just
She's
put up
trying
some
so
markers.
hard.
Trying to let the munchkin out.
You doing
Yeah.
okay over there? I yell at the person trying to be stealthy.
I ignore him. Now I'm remembering why my god doesn't like gnomes.
And that's why the gnome yells louder, because obviously he didn't yell loud enough to be heard.
Oh wait, that's a window.
Yeah.
I didn't block that one. Forgot that.
Yeah, it's a window. That's why I'm over there. And I'm kind of peering in. So do I see anything? At least anything obvious? And do I hear anything?
Not much. It's what's that? I don't have a description, but it looks like some gathering hall, a meeting spot. You see some benches there, and a pedestal right in front of you. Yeah.
Can the weasel get in anything over here on the left?
Where are you again?
On the left. I went up.
Oh.
Because she said she told him to go around back, so
So
since that's collapsed, I went up
you
the
went
stairs
up
on the left
stairs?
here. Yeah.
Okay. You go up there. Go any further or remain?
I was
there?
just wondering, is there anything I can get through? You know, I don't know what the side looks like.
There is a door, yes. Around here. This one. This is a door.
Okay, so that is a door. Yeah.
Um,
Gonna send the weasel through the door.
I will not quite reveal that to everyone now, but you do get a glimpse of something. Privately. You see this coming down on your weasel.
Oh fuck.
Yes. You do know the appropriate reaction for yes. That happened.
No. He was 2 days from retirement.
Meanwhile, does
Yeah,
Il-
I
does
moved.
does
Yeah,
poor Finn?
Yeah, on your side you do see what used to be a training room, if I remember correctly. Check real quick.
And I don't know what the timeline is on this, but I guess when I snap back out of it, I'm looking around.
Yeah, training room.
When given a chance, like, guys, we need to either get in there and help him get out, or there's a thing with the scythe and the
Yeah,
Right.
you, Fren, you see a pit there where water drops a little bit in, but everything else seems locked.
Right then, all right. That means I would come back around this way because I'm not actually going in, I'm just trying to scout the whole general area out. Why am I not? There we go. Look again here. I can't see very much in this. Oh, there's a hall there. That's why.
Yeah. it did
Anything
look
in
like-
here?
This seems like an office.
This. And this is the side where going around back the weasel would be, right?
This is about that side, yes.
Okay, in which case then he would actually start heading back and he would go to report to everybody else just because he's assuming that the weasel's checking the rest of
Yeah, about that.
it.
Does Grayson share what happened to the weasel?
Yeah. Once he snapped back into vision, he kind of starts walking forward. Like we gotta either get in there and help him, or get him out, or just.
I was staying around the edge. I didn't go in.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
went in the front door. Okay.
No.
As you go around, though, do make me another perception check, please.
Okay.
That line does nothing, actually. It's 11. Do you see anything? No, you do not see anything. Too bright.
Right.
Big bad demon orb in the sky.
I come back and I promptly say I didn't see anything, but I did spot some areas of interest.
So you didn't see it. Okay.
What is it?
Well, I was getting to that. From what
Get
I
to
could
it
see,
faster.
from what we could see,
He could if you'd stop interrupting and let the man talk. Go on, Grayson. It's a safe space here. Say it.
and Grayson just leaves. Fuck this shit. I need to go build another weasel. Fuck you guys.
As he just brings
But,
from his pack a mommy and a daddy weasel.
Let's go. But
It's even magical.
from what I could see, floating arms, giant scythe, darkness, and the weasel's gone.
Well, that sounds lovely.
They were out in the daylight.
Well, inside, but yeah,
Hmm.
there's a window on the left side here, kind of up there's stairs over on the left as he's gesturing towards the left side of the building.
Well, nasty.
Was it dark in the house?
I'm going to assume so.
You didn't quite get to the.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I didn't make it that far.
It popped up once you reached around
Right,
the middle.
so I
the-
kind of like just entered the door frame, and then
Yeah.
he didn't get that far.
So his weasel got snipped just as he reached around. Gotcha.
God damn
Was
it.
it? What was it? Kind of dark when I was looking in.
Yes, it's a ruin, unlit, but there was some sunlight shining inside from
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, but inside it was fairly dark.
I would relay that information then.
Well, I think it's
So
clear,
likely
but
an
we
entrance trap.
We should probably. I checked the little side house. We should probably check that over more properly by actually going inside. I didn't see anything in there, but maybe there's a hidden something that we can use.
Well, I do think it's clear that we should stick together at this point.
Yes.
Mhm.
Does this gate look like it can be opened from the inside? So we have an easier way of escape if needs require.
Well, not on the ground, but you can try get into the gatehouses. Those big things. You are aware that the mechanisms to open and close a gate are usually up in those.
What? Oh, fucking hell! It didn't. If you want, I guess we could do that. I'll happily pop up the one on the left if somebody wants to do
I'll
the one
hop
on the
up
right.
to the other one.
There's plenty of ivy on the walls, so you can climb up there. Or you can use the stairs up here.
Look at the move, like energetic
fine.
squirrels.
Yeah, I'm comfortable climbing up Ivy.
All right.
Certainly are quick to get in.
Are you? It is daylight after all.
Yeah.
Climbing
Kids.
today, right?
Can you
Yeah.
see? That's what he's asking.
I wouldn't say climbing gets much inhibited by daylight. I mean,
Yeah.
you can feel for a solid grasp.
It's attacks and perception. That's it.
I think you'll find sunlight sensitivity applies to all your skills.
Not all of them.
Yeah,
Well, some
it's
other
super debilitating.
Disadvantage on everything.
Pretty much, apart from saves, I think. But skill checks and
No, it
attack-
says it says on attack rolls and perception checks that rely on sight.
Okay.
When you, your target, or whatever you're trying to perceive is in direct sunlight.
There are some other sunlight sensitivities that are worse, but
Yeah.
like vampire that bursts into flames, but that's a whole other matter. For Drow, it's not that bad. I
Yeah.
think there was wasn't there some unearthed Arcana feat or something where they even gave the option for a Drow to ignore that? Something
Vaguely
sunlight
rem-
attack or something?
I think I remember something about that, but yeah, no, he just has the traditional sunlight sensitivity, which is disadvantage on attack rolls and perception.
Yeah.
rolls. That rely on sight.
Yeah, but yeah, you get up there, you do see the mechanisms there. Pretty rusty, but you can. Otherwise seems empty. You can try a bit, takes some effort, but eventually you manage to open the gate.
Well, let's hope the gate wasn't part of the symbology of the sealing ritual that keeps the spirits inside.
The wall already broke. I think it's fine.
This room has no windows and no doors.
Every fucking time, huh?
Yeah.
That movie. Fuck.
I mean, you've got to look forward to the game as well. It showed you a bit of that. You weren't expecting it to be a fucking shooter.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah.
Alright,
So-
shall we move ourselves on up to the servants' quarters there? That wee shack.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's I don't know.
That's a much easier investigation.
Oh, that makes me sad. I was like, oh, I went back instinctively to move the familiar with me because I always have to move him up behind Grayson. It's like, oh,
He's dead already.
yeah. And to be honest, it took a lot longer than I thought.
We haven't even
That's-
had a proper fight.
That's
We had the
thing
worms.
That's the thing about many undead in 5e. They have a lovely thing called life sense.
Yeah, we fought the worms before getting to the false grave.
No, that's not a thing in 5e. They just get dark vision usually.
Yeah. To be fair, many of the undead in here in this adventure are fairly particular as well.
Yeah, but it's
So-
weird because lore-wise, zombies and undead, it mentions like negative energy draws them towards living creatures and stuff them out. But statistic-wise, they just have dark vision. They don't have blind sight or anything else.
Yeah. Standard ones, at least.
Mm-hmm. Like I
But
said,
as I
one's in the
mentioned-
book.
Yeah. Adventure path monsters are usually kind of different, just like the ones in the official modules for 5e. We do have some variations. But yeah, anyone who looks into the home and hasn't already made a check may make a check.
Sure. I have a nose in.
Investigation or perception?
Perception. Unless you want to go inside, then you can make an investigation check.
Although we do have someone with some stone knowledge.
Ooh.
Raven needs to pull that hood back a bit.
I need to pull the hood down further.
Yo. Pog does not see anything off. It's just a regular home.
He's
some
standing below the
broken furniture
window.
inside.
He's standing below the window pretending he's looking through it.
Yeah.
Why are we bothering with the servants' quarters?
For Johnny, you do see it seems fairly empty. If someone had been there before. And what is actually your dwarven proficiency? Did you you do have an option to have Mason's tools, I believe?
Yeah, I took Mason's tools, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the loot. I can play the loot.
Yes. OSHA would not approve of this building. Or even walking inside it.
Well, it probably won't fall down. I mean,
Yes,
That's-
it will.
That's it.
Anytime soon.
Hey, that's the thing though. Why is this not a burnt husk like the rest of the place?
well, separate.
Actually, the
I was
fire
gonna say,
does,
yeah, Grayson would make
is-
it like, you know.
there's not that much of a fire around. The holes in the roof and everything, those are just regular holes from this repair.
Well, no, it's not that. There's a case of they say all the guards and prisoners, so no one was in here, huh?
From what you can see, it does look more like a regular home than part of the prison.
Maybe they were having some sort of meeting when the fire happened.
Yeah, does it look as old as the prison, or does this seem more recent?
No, it's just as old as the prison.
Okay.
And you did get a fairly decent roll on this. So you could probably deduce that this is the warden's home itself. Because, after all, the prison was built first, the village came after. The warden was residing on the Harrowstone grounds as well.
Okay.
Why wouldn't the wife be here instead of in the prison? She was clearly brought there. Or she went on
went
her
there.
own and did something.
I mean, she could have just been there to get a bit of nookie on the desk. You never know. They could have had a loving relationship.
Well, it seems like one of them set the other on fire, so probably not.
Well, we don't know exactly who set the fire ablaze.
We don't know if it's the warden or the wife. I mean, theoretically, it could be one of the inmates.
Aye. Or someone separate from the Whispering Way.
Well, anybody want to go in there? It might fall on your head.
If it hasn't fallen already, it's likely to remain perfectly fine if we don't screw it up.
Or it could be
Actually,
any moment. I'll take a look inside, though.
Actually, correction, it is the house of the warden's house, yes. But once the village around it was built, they moved to the village instead to get some more distance between workplace and private home.
Yeah.
So they actually did live in the village, but they did have a basically second home, workplace home.
So the wife had even more of a commute that makes it suspicious. I'll have a wee look-see inside. Let's take a look.
Well, do we want to go through the main entrance? Do we want to go through a window, or do we want to go through the side where there is the shade?
I don't fancy changing any of the structural integrity of windows. I'll push the door open and see how that goes.
Very well. I will follow you up to the main entrance.
Same.
All right. Here, real quick.
Alright, well, it was me in the warden's house.
Oh, warden's house. You go into the
Oh.
warden's house?
Yeah, I'll take a risk. Just try the door, see if it's open.
Yeah, it's open. It's dropped out of the hinges. You can enter without complications.
Alright, I have a wee glance around.
Do make an investigation check, please.
I am fantastic at those. See?
Well,
0.
you're a bard.
Yeah, bards are bad.
No, bards are great at everything.
I'm okay at things at the moment. I don't have my expertises yet.
Okay, let's check. Nothing.
It comes level 3.
Yeah, no, nothing happens. You do see that it seems to be mostly picked clean. Already looted.
uh,
Not much left to get here.
looks like the villagers ascended on this here before.
Anyone else going inside?
Traven is.
I'll follow.
Mm-hmm.
I've just told you it's fucking empty.
I kind of want to push down now, just see if I can.
Now
Well,
they
the
wanna see
party's
more.
inside.
They want some of that empty for
Alright,
themselves.
so one is in. Draven is in. Fren is in.
I'll wait outside. 'Cause
I'll
it
leave.
seems like everyone's going.
Yeah, if they're
Funny,
walking in,
like-
I'm leaving. Like I've just told them,
Funny went
there's
in
fuck all
inside
here,
Fren.
lads.
All right, then yeah, I'll leave. What if he leaves? I'll leave again. I just wanted to.
Why were you coming in when I just said it's empty?
While we're at it, though, I shall require Draven to make a deck save.
Oh, my headphones slipped. What'd you say?
Draven needs to make a deck save. Yeah, you avoid the rubble trying to fall on your head.
It's a case of why are you following me in? Are you expecting to find the bard slushing coins from a drawer? No, there's nothing here. Everything's gone. Right, let's get that off the
I
wall.
mean, you can stay
I
inside.
walked in at the same time. I just didn't roll anything.
Yeah, you can stay a bit longer and try to investigate more now. Now that you have dodged the rubble.
Maybe that rebel was holding secrets.
It was the warden's dead wife.
But yes,
I examined the
that's
dust from the rubble. How
Prometheus,
did it fall?
just from the ceiling.
Gravity.
As Connie said, has seen, the whole building is basically on the verge of collapse.
Oh, I want to see if I can push it over. You guys want to help?
Not right now. Let's do it after.
No.
Do you want to punch it?
But no.
Raven, get out.
No.
Hurry, hurry, move it.
I want to grapple it.
No. Wait until afterwards. We don't
Raven.
need to anger the spirits for the love of Lolth.
Oh, that's a fucking.
Now I'm
nasty
imagining Johnny humping the building.
No.
My Lolth thief, can
That's
we
exactly what
behave?
I imagined.
Oh, that's a nasty name to be bringing up.
I know. Yes, it is a horribly nasty name. Why do you think I'm using it?
All right, now let's try the front doors.
Very well. I shall move you there.
Probably won't have much luck sneaking around them with things that are bound to the very stonework. So let's just be direct. Oh, it's bigger on the inside.
It's also blacker on the inside.
Color makes the
I'm
size
going-
more realistic.
I guess.
I'm going to try the door.
The door creaks open after a little rattle. Also, yeah,
Kind of weird.
it is a bit.
So I take it the dark vision people can actually see what's going on here.
Sort of. Like, I can't see this. This is dark for me. There we go. Now it's light.
There we go.
There we go.
There goes light in.
I need to get a new browser.
No, it's just roll 20. It always has issues with lighting.
It's running fine for me.
Where is the door in this room?
Right here.
I
Okay.
to remove it. Where's the... So,
I can't go. There we go. I was having trouble. I couldn't go through the door.
hey, Pog goes around that area then. Pog makes also a deck save, please.
Does this torch look usable?
You also dodge the rubble.
I think that torch is just there for highlighting.
Yeah.
It's not a physical
Ah,
object.
okay.
It gives me the option to just place torches.
What a shithole.
I would be summoning my dancing lights so that if they come with me, then they will be able to see.
I don't even know where you are. I have a black square, so you know.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh, you don't
in
see
the
anything at all.
interior.
Okay.
Yeah, I see nothing.
Oh, I didn't have vision turned on for you.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Well, to be fair, lad, it was a prison for the foulest, awfulest men. So even before the burning, it was a shithole. It's just now become one that's fallen apart at the same time.
Yeah, you enter the entrance hall there.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll summon the dancing lights and make it so that effectively I've got a so I have four of them. So I would kind of set it up so that I effectively have a pretty much a 20-foot radius around. So that the party
All
can
right.
see.
So you emit bright light now.
Yeah. Just to make it simpler.
Okay.
Yeah.
20-foot bright light and 20-foot low light, or 10-foot low light?
2020.
Well, they say, yeah, because they say it's a 10-foot radius.
Of bright light, and I think
Usually it's matching dim light on most
There
things.
we go then. So 1010.
all right.
Be right back real quick.
Quick.
I assume. No, he uses so many letters.
Also, stop moving, please, for a second. And I need to check something.
And to bring out that instant death trap.
I was just thinking, like, is this dungeon quest? Yeah. Roll a d6 for me, please, and you're dead.
Yeah, announce a letter loudly on a D6. If you get that number, you're dead. And the last time I played it, a dude got it on his first tile, but managed to survive.
Good old
Christ.
Games Workshop.
Grayson, you get
Yeah.
a door in the face.
What?
Yes. The door slams in your face. It's completely shut. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Son of a... What the f...
Grayson, it's haunted, mate.
He's kind of rubbing his bleeding nose. Yeah, I got that.
And the door is closed again.
Downside is they're on the other side of us. Let's get this open. Johnny, with me, mate.
When Draven hears the door slam, he'll just turn around and try to open it from this side also.
Yeah,
No, you're not helping because I'm
locked
pushing and you're
apparently.
pushing.
It doesn't budge an inch.
Now the important question. On what side are the hinges?
Those are on the outside.
Let's pop this shit. If we break its attachment to the wall, it might help.
You're just...
Either way, we'd be able to pop it at least on one
I see.
side.
Okay, you're trying to break the door entirely.
Well, it's a case of attacking the hinges.
Yeah. Make me an attack roll with something that could reasonably deal damage to it. Like, yeah, something... hammer, not a dagger at least.
I have a pointy weapon. I can't really... I could try to melt the hinges with green flame blade, I guess.
Yeah, maybe magic fire. Why not?
Am I on the side that it would go out from or inward to?
It would go outward.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest that our lovely rogue friend get out of my way, and I'm just going to try to shoulder check it open.
Okay.
Are you communicating any of this To the
Yes,
other
that's
side.
what I said. I'm gonna call through the door and tell our rogue friend I'm gonna try shoulder checking it.
Well, importantly, can we hear that? Because we've currently got sealed spooky doors.
Yeah, you can hear through it.
All right,
Yeah, then
back up.
You have to
grabbing
shout
his,
a little bit, but you can hear it.
still holding his nose, he is going to step back. Fuck, I'm not getting hit by that thing twice.
It's not bleeding. You're all right.
That would be athletics.
Actually, make me an acrobatics check.
You weren't there, man. It came right at me.
Fuck.
Yes, you fall flat on your nose as the door opens again.
Fucking hell.
I
My
make,
low teeth. Fuck you.
I make sure the people want to
Fucking
help
ghosts.
Ilfrin up.
Fucking ghosts. I help.
Right, let's hang on. I have anything useful here?
I took. Was it 4 damage?
No, you don't take actually any damage. Actually, it's just
Oh,
falls flat on
okay.
your nose.
Fucking elf privilege.
It's more about the
Humiliation.
damage to the image.
Yeah.
The self-respect image.
Quickly hop free with Sybil on the arm.
Yeah.
Don't need
Everyone
to get her in the
just
way of the
watched-
door.
Everyone just watched the dark elf facepalm. Faceplant.
He's going to try to move to the center of this room, far away from any doors.
Alright.
Just
The ceiling falls in.
Not noticing the trapdoor underneath his feet.
So this side room. What is this?
This side room.
Yeah, just equidistant from all the doors, looking around in 360.
That appears to be just receptionist's room. There are some bars actually there. And you can see the door on the other side here.
Yeah.
Grayson having that was a Goodwill Hunting moment with all the numbers as he processes the exact surface area of a room so he can stay away from everything evenly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And,
There's a door here.
This door here is smaller, looks fairly stable. This one is a double door, looks more like something where you can let several people in.
I'm
No.
gonna try the smaller door first.
Smaller door. All right. It does seem rusted into its hinges, but should be pretty easy to break open.
Okay. What roll?
Athletics.
I am going to point out that after getting his nose almost broke by a door, he will cast Mage Armor.
Not gonna get me this time.
It's good for 6 hours. Come at me.
Yeah, the door opens easily enough.
Okay.
You see the pedestal there.
Yeah, I see the room that I saw from outside. Now I'm gonna be cautious as shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be examining for any sort of traps and things because I'm worried that this seems like a room that could theoretically end up being some unholy chapel nonsense.
Do make me a perception check.
Javin will follow and also help take a look for traps.
Oh shit, I was casting a spell. My light source is
You-
leaving.
Don't see anything, but you'd also need to make me a Constitution save. Yes, you do make it. It feels pretty chilly and unpleasant, but nothing happens.
This room seems. I believe we're definitely haunted in this room.
So you do remain there.
Yep, I see no reason to leave. Is there
All right.
another door in this room?
No, but you need to make me another Constitution save, as the
Oh,
code
God.
persists. As does Draven.
After the second one, I'm leaving because I'm smart enough to realize I should be out of that room.
Is he
Yeah.
though?
Raven is
Easy.
fine too.
Yeah, don't go into that room, everybody. It's severely haunted and severely cold.
What a surprise!
He
I
gives
mean-
you a dirty look.
That's what we got those hon siphons for. But all right, we'll save them for a later room, I suppose.
There seems to be nothing of really.
All right. Let's move a little further in then.
Should we go down the hall, to the right, or to the left?
Ooh.
Make a left.
Okay.
You all right there, love?
Not bad. It's just
Yeah, so you leave the auditorium behind.
And Johnny
there.
and Pog.
Is this a door?
They had a good run.
Yes, this is the door.
This is a door, yeah. Is there another door along this wall, or just that?
You have. Oh, 1 second. Browse is a bit laggy, or roll 20 maybe just. You do have a door here, and on the opposite side of Draven. You also had another door down in the entrance hall, by the way.
Oh, so where was the door? Was it?
No,
I didn't see anything.
you see my ruler?
No, I did not see a ruler.
Oh.
Could you just move me over to where the door is? That would work easier.
I meant here.
Yeah.
There's a door.
Oh, yeah. Then I definitely will try to check this.
Yeah.
DM, can you put me in the end of the dungeon? Just save some time. Just
Well,
move
where
my
I
token.
can't see, so I
Just
mean.
move my token right to the treasure room.
Yeah, this door opens easy enough. No, I don't make that thing wider. I want to remove it. Alright, so. You do remember this? You have seen
Yeah, it's
the
not
office and the back. There.
There's a little seating area here. 2 doors. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the others and then explain. Hey, why don't we check this out first? Because I know there's an office there that looks to be important.
Yeah, sure, all right. On your way then, laddie.
Is this is just daylight? That's not a door, right? It's just
What?
a door.
Where I'm standing.
What?
Yeah.
That. Yeah, there are more rooms. Those are pretty easy to get in there. Basically, this, from the looks of it, is just the office space.
Okay, so these are just a bunch of little tiny offices. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then up here, let's go through the north door first.
North
Pressing
door.
cubicles.
Alright. Get that for you.
Meeting room.
there's the weasel tunneler.
That's up there seems to be a washroom.
What? Okay. What about the other side?
Gonna go build my own weasel, blackjack, and hookers.
That's just a small bathing chamber.
I think what you mean, you're making a mink.
That's the bathroom. What about here? Is this the other gender's bathroom?
No, you eventually pry it open, and that's a nice
That's the
office.
office. Okay, this is the office I saw. I want to investigate, to rifle through the desk and see if there's anything here.
It's a Hearthstone card. No, I don't want it.
Right.
Gross.
You in
It
the other
was-
offices and this one overall, you do find a bunch of files that seem to be relatively good in order. They could be used, and you could probably get some useful information out of them if you sort through them, file them, take a few hours to make sense of them and everything.
Why don't we collect these? And then later, when we go back, we can try to solve them through.
And you also find a safe in the wall in this office.
Raven!
I hear it and I move over. Can you
This
move
is
me
your
over there?
expertise?
It's all right. I'll guide him. Come here. Give me your hand.
It's over here at the corner. Basically, you go back to the entrance hall. To the left.
Fucking pog flying about everywhere.
Trying to find where I can even see something on the map.
Does anybody have a torch, or am I the only light source in this place?
I should be able to see it. I don't know.
I give you night vision?
I don't know.
It's just a little harder to see because it's like blue to me.
Yeah, it's all darkened.
If someone could give me a hand.
Yeah, of course, love. Of course. Right here.
All right. Do you have a copper on you?
So you can break a gold, I suppose.
No one have torches.
No, I
Everyone should
just
have
need
torches.
I just need a copper. Doesn't have to be fancy.
All he's got is gold.
I've only got
I'm
gold
just gonna-
coins.
I'm just gonna roll for the.
The gold coin now glows bright light in 5 feet and dim light on another 5 feet.
Do you actually have that?
Yes, magical tinkering, level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I activated it before. Assuming you would do that.
Just as we hear a fucking fuck
Yeah,
from the
no.
office.
You get your lockpick stuck in the safe.
Raven, are you supposed to be good at this?
Yeah, we didn't even say it.
You can try them out again, so
I will.
it's not entirely ruined.
This isn't Skyrim where it just fucking breaks.
Raven, do you want me to try for you? I mean, I'm not good at this, but I could try it.
If you want.
What would I roll if I'm not proficient in thieves' tools?
Dexterity?
Okay, let's give that a whirl. Oh
Nope.
boy! Oh, that didn't do it?
No. It's a well-constructed safe.
Ah, damn.
Did you check that it's locked?
Oh no, that. Fuck.
Maybe we can find the combination somewhere.
It requires a key, so
Ah, okay, yeah. Okay,
there
maybe
might
let's
be
find
a
the
key
key.
somewhere.
Add a better weasel for you, Verdier?
Yes. He casts gun.
So yeah, you're split up. Are you going to do anything else here, or
Well, so how much paperwork is here?
it's not all in just the warden's office, but also in the other offices around here.
If only we had 2 actual scholars who could sift through this thing, but instead we've got the fucking trust fund kid and basically Bueller.
It would take you a couple of hours. 3, 4, something like that.
I don't see your Draven. Let me find the Draven. Hold
I'm in the main hallway.
on. Okay,
Most-
yeah, over here left.
It's mostly because there's also a lot of inane stuff like repair requests, incomes, supply inventories.
In that case, I'll leave it. So
We'll pick it up on
It's
the way
not
out.
just that. There's also plenty of files on the prisoners itself, of course.
let's go back to that after we have a little bit more time and we make sure we're not actively going to be murdered.
I mean,
I don't think we want to.
it did seem important to the professor, though. He did want a list of who died.
Oh, true. What was there something that was obviously a list of prisoners or guards?
Just a staff, a roster.
It's kind of mixed up, and given that everything burned down, you can't really say who all died there, but you could try to find a list of the current prisoners. That would take some time as well, though. It's nothing really obvious.
That could be worth a little bit. So yeah, I'll putz around a bit to try and find a list of people.
I mean, can we trim down the time by having Everyone help.
Yeah, have everybody
Yeah.
take a room.
Yeah.
All right, gang, split up.
Split up and search the place for clues.
Oh, my
Oh.
glasses. Shit, where are they?
Sybil, Johnny, and I will go upstairs. Grayson, you're in the basement with Ilfrin.
So you do get us. You do get us some. Oh wait. You do get us some notes and everything that seem to connect to the prisoners themselves. Some lists. Takes you about an hour or so to get everything up into one neat pile. But to actually study it, that would take some more time, of
That's
course.
alright, as long as we've got this.
Yeah, you got some notes.
He did not, in fact, have this.
Well, we've got a fun choice here. We could just step outside and have a good leaf through these while having a nice little picnic with rations. Or we keep investigating. Honestly, I feel like we could go outside and just check these over. We've got the beginning of the day. We've got a lot of hours of sunlight.
I mean, I see Draven hanging around that door like he wants to go in. Does he want to go in?
Yeah.
Alright. Do make me an athletics check. Nope.
I'll give
the door again.
Oh, I'll give you a hand here. Can I give him advantage?
Yeah.
There you go. Roll again.
Yeah, that gets the door open.
There you go. You just gotta go from the knees upwards. Got to really dig deep.
Before I enter the door, I just kind of want to peek in, see if the ceiling looks good, door looks good.
Yeah. Ceiling and door all looks pretty fine. That all seems to be pretty stable. And it does have some piles of cloths, some manacles in there, some other things.
They look burned or they're intact.
They look mostly intact. And as you enter, you do hear... actually, make me a perception check. You do hear some faint sobbing, clanking rattle of chains, and feel a sense of hopelessness washing over you, and a heavy weight around your ankles and wrists, as if you've been clamped in irons.
Oh no, there's a millennial in here.
And actually, as you feel that, something else happens. As one of the sets of manacles starts to float up at you. And please roll initiative.
Oh no.
Well, bring it up first. There we go.
Yeah.
You've got yourself a couple of 20s today, Caden.
Yeah.
Oh, why did... God damn it.
But it's
My
balancing
token
out
is
with some ones.
selected.
It's been doing that lately. It's not just you.
Oh yeah. And you're actually clamped by the irons.
Didn't make a damn difference.
So you now have these irons around your ankles.
Free accessory.
Welcome. You hear a ghostly whisper. The safe word is afterlife.
I can still move.
Yeah, at half speed.
Half speed. Okay.
But you do take
But to us, you're
4
hopping.
bludgeoning damage as they squeeze your ankles.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear how much damage.
4.
But to us, you're hopping everywhere.
Yeah, hobbling and everything. Alright,
Okay.
and you also need to make me a strength save.
And your turn hasn't even begun.
Yeah, you managed that as the manacles try to yank at your feet.
Sure, we're not
do
playing
manage to
Yu-Gi-Oh
remain
here. It's like
on your
turn
feet.
1 standby phase, and the opponent just keeps doing
And
shit.
that's your turn now.
We have to free him. Quick! Cast heat metal.
Fuck.
That'll loosen the shackles when they expand with heat.
Now the funny thing is, I know what I'm probably gonna do. It's not gonna be heat metal, but
I'm gonna take a swing at it with my short sword then.
Alright.
And
Do
you roll
it.
a 1, critically failing. Your left
Cut
leg
your
is not
own-
attached.
Yeah. Cut your own Achilles tendon.
That hits.
Okay. And I will shuffle over to the side to make room in the doorway.
Sure thing. The manacles come with you. Elfrin.
so before I go in, because I actually am going to be using fire to try to damage things, just because I have an inkling that
Alright.
Nope, I am not damaging jack shit. I just kind of throw a little bit of fire at it. It does jack shit.
She just throws fire at your feet. Well, he does.
Yep, and then I kind of wander in and I come around to the other side of you so that everybody else can enter the room. I
Sure
somehow, I was trying not to set Draven on fire, so I just missed him entirely. That's my story. And I'm
Yeah.
sticking to it.
Alright. Sybil.
I can barely see anything.
Hmm.
There's the door.
I can point that they
Up
went
here.
in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, the room is glowing because I'm glowing.
Yeah. You see
Mm.
Draven hobbling around with manacles around his wrist, around his ankles, and Ilfrin throwing fire at them.
For some reason, he's trying to hop away from that.
Wonder why.
Dance, motherfucker, dance!
What are you two doing?
He's attacked by manacles on his feet. Can you please assist in trying to get them off?
Certainly.
She draws her weapon.
Let me just reach in here and I will pull out thieves' tools. Let us see if we can't pick the lock on those manacles.
But thieves can't. Ha-ha.
You might want to take another look at that safe.
So would that be dexterity? Well,
The chains rattle angrily at you and move away as you try to pick them. They are animated and trying to yank him off his feet.
Oh god, it's animated peril. Shit.
It's animated. They've got googly eyes on
okay.
them and everything.
I wish they did, because that's just perfect rareware.
Yeah, that's happening now.
You do recognize it as a construct. Haunted construct.
You guys are going to find a wizard's tower where everything's animated, and I mean literally animated.
But yeah. You
Well, I
do
guess
notice that thieves' tools are not really easy to apply here.
indeed. I believe we're going to need someone with a more melee touch. Which one of you lot is strong? and probably capable of breaking something.
Immediately, Kelmorn and
violence.
Johnny raise their hand.
All right, I will give help to the first one going in to try and break.
Sure thing. Anything else? Or
Nope.
And he's going to try to do this. He's going to try to free Draven with a great sword.
It's definitely an emergency.
Don't put your knees together. That's your only advice.
The positive, they're no longer around your legs. The negative, they're no longer your legs.
Look at the bright side. You won't feel this after the first cut.
Everything will be fine. So just, excuse me. I shuffle through the doorway. Now, do I punch him or grapple him?
when you grapple them, you still have them at Draven's legs.
Put them in a chokehold.
No, ankle lock.
I'll start just by trying to rip and tear, get a few punches in. Punching metal. This is a great idea.
Yes, it is. You do hit, actually. Trying to tear them off somehow, break them. Yeah. Given that it is just straight up metal, it doesn't do too much, but it does something. It damages it.
I'll shuffle my way over here then and call my turn. These things are made of metal. Tough.
Let's see.
Yes.
Pardon me, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just try. Don't jump. Don't twitch. Just keep yourself calm, Draven. Just swing the sword down on them.
Yes, you hit. And you do damage the thing even more. Anything else?
Grayson, don't want to finish this one off? Just stab it.
But it's already
Yeah,
full of
please.
holes.
Get it right in the keyhole.
All right, I gotta thread the needle.
Disappointed you should have said sword that looks kind of like a cane.
I thought it was like a gun for a second. I was reminded of Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that hits.
And it is somehow pierced.
As we're just swarming around Draven, wailing on his ankles.
And it's bloody.
Just don't question it.
Alright.
On the bright side, it's probably not going to hurt us.
Do make me a strength save, Draven. We shall see if you faceplant or not.
It's
You
sick
remain
and nothing on
upright.
it.
Then it just squeezes a bit more and hits your shins with the chains.
Ouch.
And that's it.
Walk into the room. What kind of kinky shit is going on in here?
I'll explain to you when you're older.
It's not an orgy.
More of a gangbang, really.
Well, let's try.
Probably more like this. Because they're on him.
Nudging Johnny. Get it? It's a chain gangbang.
Would Sacred Flame be good for this? Let's try that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that attack works.
Okay.
Oh no.
Despite
Wow.
being
James
attached to
dodged
Draven,
somehow.
This
it touches.
seems unlikely.
Yeah. I
In
think it's the
most
fact that you caused a burst of fire at Draven's feet and he dodges.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
He flinched.
That's 2
I
for
mean-
flinching.
Yeah.
Draven stab the chain.
Yeah. Move on initiative.
If you just lie down, it can't knock you over.
And then just chain just lashes his face, which is now at the proper height.
I was just waiting for the, suddenly he's floating upside down by his feet as it takes
do
flight.
this.
Yeah.
He is strong.
Don't give it ideas.
He's not strong, he's just been doing well on the saves.
Yeah. So, doing any hobbling around or remain there?
No, I'll just sit there.
Right. Girlfriend.
I'm going to try again. Does a 12 hit?
No.
I just throw a flame at the floor and I just go.
You
know
could
what?
just smacked it. We're all taking part here, winging it away with our weapons, and you're just throwing balls.
It rattles
goal is-
angrily.
The goal is to hit it with the balls. I'm hoping maybe magical damage might hurt it more, but apparently I can't hit it. I apologize.
I
And
guess
you
it's
can-
okay.
You can see the sarcasm. Do you actually say it's okay? Because he's
I
clearly
guess.
being sarcastic as shit.
And so is Johnny.
He gives you a death glare.
I signed sorry as sarcastically as possible. You piece of shit.
You do see a very annoyed hand gesture. You don't know what it means though.
Right, not right now, not right now. The Raven's in danger. Come on, focus.
Yeah, Sybil. You're still struggling against the manacles. And Draven dances around a lot.
You've got that power in your arm, love. Just take it down.
All right. How do I do this?
I think this is an important time to ask, do critical failures exist in this campaign?
All right.
Yes, they're called most of the party.
Moving right here.
Ouch.
Grayson, could you lend me a hand?
Yeah.
All right. With Grayson supporting, I will take a swing with my staff and see if I can hit it.
Got full hands, lad.
14.
No, that actually misses. Actually, you do get advantage from flanking.
Oh.
I will say it counted as flanked,
All right.
given that everyone is rounded.
Well, I think you were saying
Break
it was
its
going to
legs.
be a +2,
No.
wasn't it?
What? What was it?
I thought you said that you weren't going to do advantage for flanking. It was going to be a +2, basically. Did you say that the
I
first
don't
session?
think I've-
No.
I don't think I've said that in the
Well,
first session.
Grayson tried to
Okay.
help, but he wasn't sure where to grab, and he was kind of doing a
what-
hover hand.
It's fine.
What I'm going to do for this campaign is that if you are flanked, you can't grant flanking.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no conga lines of flanking.
Well, with the missed
But
swing,
what
I
if-
put the staff back under my arm and stopped leaning on Grayson. Thank you.
But what if I take guard? Do I still give advantage even when flanked? You know, we
That'd
can
be
all
it for
just
me.
take guard.
I don't. Is it a feat? I'm not sure.
No, it's a
He's
Blood
talking
Bowl
Blood
joke.
Bowl.
Ah,
No one cares. Move on.
Yeah,
I care.
Johnny.
Can I just grab these and grapple them and stop them from moving?
Yeah.
I want to grapple it.
Okay.
Stop fucking
They
moving.
do look pretty.
All three of you are now on the floor.
He grabs Draven in order to grapple the shackles.
The
Hold
The
still,
manacles
damn it,
like it.
tackle.
The manacles like it.
No.
Where did I? There, whatever. Yeah, they are grappled.
I'm fucking moving.
They are no
Now,
longer
now.
able to yank around.
I got him.
Oh, well, technically you still have your bonus action and can move, but do you want to do anything?
Nah, not right now. I'll just hold it so next guy can hit it.
Now I have.
Alright.
Now it's pretty tricky because I somehow had to thread it between both Draven's legs and Johnny's arms, so it's a bit hard to fucking hit. It's just there's a lot of you around this right now. You're making it damn sight tricky. That's my turn. Mason, thread the needle again, could you?
Have to hit it.
I did before, but there's a case of there's two of my mates around it now. It was easier when there was just one.
I really want to use Green Flame Blade, but he doesn't think it's safe. Oh wait, no, because yeah, it can't jump back to the. I can't do it on the chain, so yeah, it wouldn't help anyway.
Yeah. Now, miss again.
We're all getting 12s here.
I probably should have hit it.
That's a lot of
Back.
12.
Would you stay still, damn it?
I'm trying.
He's made it harder to hit by holding it in place because he's taking up all the fucking room.
Yeah. So, given that it is now held by an angry dwarf, the chains will try to smack the dwarf in the face again. Or rather, for the first time now.
Ow, my
Because
face.
it doesn't like being grappled. You get a chain on the nose.
Shit.
Surely this can't fail twice.
You haven't been playing D&D as long as we have. You'll get there someday, Nil.
Yeah.
Here you go, you got it.
It takes that. And
Oh, okay, no, I confused the
Yeah.
numbers. I thought it just hit it.
So
just
now
hit
the
seven.
chain that's wrapped
Yeah.
around two people at this point is on fire.
It's
there's
just a burst of radiant flame.
I know, yeah.
there's some smoke rising up from it.
'Cause it is
Johnny's
radiant.
beard's on fire, you know.
Yeah, that's how I lost it in the first place.
Not
Well, let's-
again.
In the most dangerous
Yeah.
game of footsie.
Anything else, or was that it?
I think that's it. Unless I can attack twice.
All right,
Dude.
Raven.
Look out, Johnny.
I'm looking.
As he looks up.
Yeah, which direction is out?
Yes, you do manage to end it. The manacles break and fall down again. You are free.
Yeah, most of your rolls have been 20 so far. But we're still going to laugh at how you utterly failed to crack that safe.
That's 420s in a row.
Blaze it.
I will also mention. I will also mention if I'd actually used the original Pathfinder rules, it wouldn't have been even bloodied yet.
Yeah, but damage is different for Pathfinder
Yeah.
anyway. It's not like we hit the
It
same
has
as a
the damage
Pathfinder
reduction.
character.
If you didn't, it had something. If you didn't, you had to deal more than 10 damage to deal any damage at all.
I mean, you also pointed out to me earlier that concentration doesn't exist.
Yes. Which is
Making
fun
things
for some of
tricky.
these spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our damage output is very different from a Pathfinder character at this level anyway.
Yeah. That's why I just cranked up the hit points and gave it resistance to most things, like bludgeoning.
I'm still
Stuff from
curious how I was
Shackles.
dealing piercing damage to Shackles, but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
bludgeoning would have
question
made sense as being the normal damage type for it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a reason I was trying to use magic.
yeah. I figured it would have resistance to my piercing because what the fuck's a rapier gonna do to some Shackles?
I would have, but I don't think the shackles would have taken psychic damage, despite my insane burns on it.
Unless I can use
No.
my rapier like a lockpick. You know.
It would have been a really sick lockpick from a distance.
Look at you. You must be from a really clingy relationship.
Are the clothes that are in here? You said they were still in good status, right?
Well, they do not really good status. They are prisoners' clothes for the most part, with some remnants.
Javin's just gonna use
regular
some
clothes.
of it to wrap around his bloody ankles.
Right. Don't you worry about that. Here, get me. Just hold still for a moment. There you go. There you go. Feel better now?
Yes.
Look at that. I didn't even give you a limp. That is quality service there.
And yeah, you do get the impression that this room is where usually new prisoners were given prisoner clothes and taken in for the first time for further processing.
Rather odd that none of this stuff is burned.
Come again?
I was saying rather odd that none of this stuff is burned up.
There are not many burn signs actually there. You have seen they were more in the eastern quadrant,
Yeah.
eastern wing.
Well, that's
There
more what
were the
I'm
most
commenting on.
fire.
Is if everybody died, you'd expect to see more of the place burned down. But places like here aren't burned up.
But if it turned out to be some sort of ritualistic attempt, then there would have been a congregation. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense that so many people would have died if it were spread out across the whole place.
Exactly. Somebody at least would have gotten out. People do very interesting things when they're desperate.
Maybe they just ran away and never went back to town.
I doubt that.
It's not an unreasonable idea. I mean, in an ideal world, it'd be a case of the duck out, just keep running, and it gets the exaggerated folklore tale. But in this case, I think we're looking at a Kabbalistic sort of setup.
Agreed.
All right. Kelmon, you are at another door. Would you like to open it?
Nah, I'm back row. Someone from the front can take it.
Alrighty.
Anytime now.
We're out of initiative.
Anytime now.
Which door?
Someone's gonna go through the door.
Yeah,
Just one.
I'll go through the door.
Door.
I'm waiting for the lighting to move, so you know.
Yeah, I'm the light. I'll go through the door.
Ah,
Yeah.
silly human.
I move based on where the light source goes.
Listen to the egotistical drow elf claiming they're the light.
Okay.
My steps guided by holy power.
And as
Sure, whatever you have to tell yourself to sleep at night.
Holy really is a matter of perspective.
I point at the holy symbol on my cloak.
you no,
You know those charm bracelets are just superstition, right?
wait, that makes
You're actually a sorcerer.
yeah, the door is easy to break up and seems to be empty now. Must have been a chapel at some point. And there are a bunch of spider webs draped over everything.
So to Elfrin, it looks more holy.
No. He does not follow that one. He really doesn't like that one. So does it look like anything would be in here, or should we just not?
Be a perception check.
Okay, yeah. So
I need to check something real quick. Oh yeah, you do notice for one. This,
Oh, great.
and there is also a cabinet at the northwest wall. That seems pretty fine in a fine state. So yeah, that would be another initiative, please.
And you all from the outside, you just hear, "Oh, for lol's sake!"
No, we have to go and rush and help the drow elf. We've really got to put our feet forward here.
Wow.
Have to move with all haste. He's in danger.
How did the list eat my initiative again? God.
You say danger, I must rush in.
I mean, who knows? If we don't move promptly, his life could be ended so suddenly. We've really got to just keep pressing forward with all haste.
Damn it! Why did that?
Once more Corvus with feeling this time.
Well, that's the
I'm
point.
your
Like, look, I
light
got a 1
source.
initiative. That's because I got a 1 initiative, so Kellamore is not feeling the speediest. Might be a bit of lacking motivation there.
All I've been has been polite to you.
Wow,
No,
you
you've
and
been
Sybil
sarcastic
rolled
as
the
well.
same thing.
Only when you were sarcastic to me.
That's hilarious. But so you're too busy helping Sybil. That's what happened. Yeah.
Always.
I like how that works out.
Basically counting as her mount.
Whoa! You can't. This is a Christian game.
Fuck no, it isn't. Hail Satan, children.
Yes, you are being beset.
I'm sure it's
Being
fine.
hurt.
As is Grayson.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. She didn't say anything when it was Ilfred in trouble. Grace is a danger. Uh-oh. Not the Weaselman.
2 against the Weaselman, 3 against the Drow.
Those are big
The
bites.
Weaselman. That actually hits you, I believe.
The first one, mage armor. How does that?
14 plus your dex.
Okay. So yeah, the first one
Yes.
hits. 1 hit.
Yes, you can see Grayson with light. Draven.
And actually, 14 plus my dex. I'm gonna shield the second one.
All right. Then you just take the 1 and make the DC. The
No, I don't. The
Okay.
1 misses, and then I can shield the other one. Right.
one is. Oh, the 21. You shield that one.
Yeah.
All right.
The shield is 5, right? Plus
Yeah,
5.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can shield that.
None of those hit me.
Well, one could have flanking. Would have. No,
Oh.
it doesn't hit. But yeah,
No, feel
you
free.
do have spiders around you. Feels just like home.
Not the home I want to be in. That's the home I left.
He didn't say you were happy about it, just that it felt like home. Johnny,
Squeezing
you're
through
up.
the doorway. I guess I gotta punch a spider. I'll go for the one directly above.
Watching you punch the spider as we see the greatsword on your back.
Yep.
Yeah, it hits.
Is that
There
for
we go.
decoration?
It's
The
for
one right
emergencies.
above you, right?
Yeah.
It's gone.
Ah, good. I can take its space then.
I mean, it's not gone. It's on your hand now.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, because he just pulls it back, and there's a squished spider on his knuckles.
Just wrapped around your fist.
Don't come in. I kind of want to fire.
Oh, I can leave. Sure. Still got enough movement to get back out.
There we go. Thank you.
Might be an attack opportunity.
Yeah, it would
There's a
be.
1, yeah, 2, yeah.
And you're doing this without your
Grenade.
shield out.
Well, it matter.
Oh, yeah.
That's 4 plus 7 or
Luckily, you're a dwarf.
4 plus 3. Yeah.
That is
Good advantage
so
on
nice
those.
about dwarves. Like,
So you're good at these.
Yeah, so actually you take just 1 poison damage, I believe. Because
Oh, heck
3
yeah.
and then halved again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just 1.
So
Nice.
So 5 damage total.
poison resistance is great.
That's still most of his HP, being a level 2 character.
Hey,
The thing
I'm
about dwarves is
okay.
they
Could have been a lot
advantage
worse.
against distance. All right, Weasel Man.
You know what it's time for?
You're no longer a wizard, you're just the Weasel Man.
No, we've told you the man is just an illusion. The weasel is the wizard.
Well, not right now.
The
One
Weasel's
right in
dead.
front of me.
Get to the one south so I can
Alright.
fire the rest of them.
Oh, you want me to? You want me? Okay, you want me to hit that one? All right.
Yeah.
Never
No.
mind.
I mean, it was a nice idea in
Not-
theory.
Yeah, it's a nice idea, but
Oh, that's me. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's going on in here?
What does it look like?
What kind of kinky shit is going on in here?
Wait. Who has the higher dex? Because theoretically, should I be going before you because I have the higher dex?
Well, yeah, but it's the initiative tracker doesn't organize by that.
Do we turn
Unless
on
you put on
tiebreaker?
tiebreaker. Yeah.
Do we want that?
Most of
Do
the
you-
time, you just ask.
Yeah. Which one has the higher dex again?
That would be. I have a 17.
I do not have a 17.
Yes.
I have a
Um,
19. No, wait.
Ro goes first.
Okay, so where's the tiebreaker button on this?
Back in
Find
your
out.
whole pog.
Calabar's had 18 in dex this whole time. He's somehow.
There we go. Dex tiebreaker.
Well, he does have an 18 dex. He doesn't know he does, though.
Okay, so I know that I'm going to regret this because I'm going to get hit by 2 different spiders, 3 actually. But I'm going to come on over into the door area.
We just watch the
Technically,
drow
you'd only
drop.
get. Oh no! Yeah, the one at the bottom. Yeah, there is 3.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I want to be able to flaming hands the 3 of them.
And Grayson just looks as this gray blur just zoom.
Until it
My
goes
light
rigid.
source.
Until it gets paralyzed by the poison and falls over.
Yeah, just my light source is now foaming from the
Mm.
mouth.
Yeah, now I fucking hurt.
Consistency.
Fucking hell!
Someone made a mistake.
I bravely made a mistake.
Time. Okay,
Too much
one.
My
damage.
con save.
But we'll see. You've got to make 2 more.
yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
No. No.
fucking hell.
Well, yep.
Oh, there's 2.
So that's
There we go.
it's 11 damage on the first one.
Fucking hell.
7 damage on the second,
Do we have regerts?
and 5 damage on the third.
Yeah, so 11.
I think it would put
11,
me down.
7, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
you go down.
23?
No, because I remember I passed 2 of them. I only
Yeah,
have to take
3
the-
piercing and 2 to poison
fucking
on the
hell.
last one.
Fucking hell. No, I'm dead.
You do
Get
indeed
in
get
there.
paralyzed.
I got
gray
this back
blur
now.
shoots. The gray
Running
blur
through
that shoots
spiders.
past you just turns into a corpse on the ground.
Yeah, it's like holy fucking shit.
Yeah. All 18s.
Yeah, holy fucking shit.
And a crit.
Yeah,
Well, the crit didn't count.
yeah. Holy fucking shit.
That was the
Never mind,
advantage toggle, yeah.
It was
I
just
will not
rolling
be
away.
casting burning hands, motherfucker.
But you're just rigid right now as well.
Yeah.
He's just laying on the
Yeah,
ground,
first aid, let's
foaming
see.
from the mouth.
Yeah, you're stable, you're fine. This happened to Droop.
Yeah, but that's the Droop's a goblin. This is a PC.
No, I'm just pointing out, your noble drow druid, the same fate has befell him as happened to Droop. You're on the same level as equals.
I'm going to blame Lulth for this personally.
Yeah, this would probably be quite dramatic for a drow getting just eaten by spiders.
Yeah, this is
One who revoked
call it-
Lulth.
this is what we call an emotional scarring.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a little condition from this.
I will also point out this is the second time the drow is landing on the face.
Yeah, but for this time, I'm out like a fucking light.
This is Warhammer RPG territory. Like the one time my guy got his arm cut off by orcs, so I gained a phobia.
It's not a phobia. A phobia is an unreasonable fear.
So can I stand in that square?
You can stand right on top of them.
You
They
can
can't
stand
say
on top of me.
shit.
I won't notice. I won't fucking
It'll
notice.
give me a better view.
Yeah.
Dren is high as a kite now.
Oh, I'm out like a light.
Oh man, he comes up
like
to
a light.
he comes up to my elbow
Yeah.
now. Holy shit!
Okay. Best course of action. Standard course of action.
I was gonna say you're a warlock. There's only one button.
You do have a spider right next to it, so that would be a disadvantage. But you can stand here, like here.
Okay, I just
Fire
didn't know
ball.
like where I could stand to even target since there are people in the
Yeah.
You can shoot
It's-
through. You can shoot
Yeah, you
through
can
me,
shoot
right?
through
Yeah,
the
you,
door.
you
It's
can
an
hit
open
this
door.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I will target the one right in front of him.
As an Eldritch Blast goes right through Grayson's legs. What the fuck?
Like some sort of high-speed
Yeah,
weasel.
it does hit. You have to click the Eldritch Blast to roll the damage.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
And well,
Do you
That's-
have Agonizing Blast or not?
I have agonizing blast, so that'd be 4 on the 10, not the 4 on the 10.
Then that kills the spider.
Eldritch Blast with no modifier is actually pretty sad.
Especially when it was Gunfer, yeah. That was a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, like I think Agonizing Blast should be a class feature at this point.
Nah, it's a conscious decision, man.
It should be part of Eldritch Blast, like an
Like, you'd
upgraded
be
version.
stupid not to take
Yes.
Yeah.
But
because I
like,
didn't take
But-
it as Halvard.
think-
I wanted to give him night vision, but then I realized, what the fuck am I gimping myself for?
I fixed your Eldritch Blast damage.
When Elfrin went down, don't the dancing lights go too?
Yep.
but it's
What
all
are
right
you
because the
doing?
only person who's
Shut
attacked
up.
so far had dark vision. So we don't have to make any adjustments just yet, but now we do.
You're welcome, guys.
The only current light source we have is Sybil with a gold coin in her belt.
Yep.
Let me.
Actually, Grayson's cane
turn
is
that off
glowing.
then.
Is it?
It is glowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a light source. Hooray.
Well, what is glowing?
His
He made my cane sword glow.
All right. With light cantrip.
yes.
All right.
Ilford tried to run away to better position than just etch shit.
In front of me, I can see. Wait, witness.
Actually, my vision went. There's a spider here, right?
There we go, now you can see it.
I was gonna say it should be back because I can see
Wait,
it
what's
again.
with your vision? You don't.
I do have dark vision.
You don't see in the dark.
I see it now.
Do you see? Do you have your own vision, or do you just see light?
I have dark vision, so gray.
No,
Now,
what
I
he
mean,
means is, do you see?
He means
in
on the
roll
map.
20. In roll 20, do you have vision in roll 20?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Now I do.
Yeah, okay.
I will. I get advantage on this one, right? As a rogue. I don't remember.
No, you're able to deal sneak attack damage
Okay.
Oh,
because
probably
there
better.
is a body next to you. Yeah, that does not quite kill it, but it looks very bloody. It loses a few legs.
Okay. I will stay here. Actually, yeah, I'll stay here.
All right.
Sybil
Sure.
does have a higher dex, but would you like me to go first?
Sure.
I'll just,
Wait, is that allowed?
well, I asked.
So that's your action. Got it.
Yeah, so
So now it's
I
Sybil's
just
turn.
step in here. I'm not staying here, but I'm going to swing my sword and then
Yeah.
quickly back out.
I was gonna say you can pass through us as long as you don't end your turn there, right? Isn't that how that works?
I mean, that is how it works, but it's up to the DM. Am I allowed to just remain here for my attack? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
As the longsword sweeps Grayson's legs, and he's like, "What the fuck, guys? Come on!"
Same the wounded spider again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough to end it.
And then, with that done, I use my item interaction to drag Ilfrin back a step or two.
All right.
Jesus.
So
Just
y'all
to
don't have
hear.
to stand on me.
Yeah, just to hear, because I've seen, like, there's dents in the cape and all. I asked Draven to just jump for a second so I can pull.
Takes 2 tries. That's okay.
Yep.
He's already out.
Fucking hell.
Just put him to the side. Just slide him over here.
Find a blanket cover.
I have a cloak for that.
After dragging him, I decide, yeah, I should roll him over so his face isn't in contact with the ground. There we go.
Gotta roll him on his side so he
Wow.
doesn't choke on the poison.
Wow.
Open his mouth, put him in the recovery position. Close the eyes because they're currently
Anyone have
starkly
Narcan?
open with fear.
Yeah, Sybil.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna see walk. Hmm.
You can see a spider from here.
And just
believe-
barely.
Yeah, this one.
Right.
If
Well,
you have
I'm
a
gonna,
range up, you can get at it.
I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can hit something today. Nope.
Oh,
It's gonna come together once you get your power armor.
And for the third
Yeah.
time this combat, Grayson's just fireball comes from the left side. What the fuck, guys? Stop. He's been blasted. He's been firebolted. Fuck.
yeah.
At least we took out a spider. Would you like another one beside you? It's gonna
It doesn't
wonder what
matter
you're
if
eating.
you like-
I mean, I would like my hair to stay not on fire, as you know.
The thing is, it doesn't matter if he wants another spider next to him. He gets one.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Or
can see
two.
that one better.
Hmm.
yeah.
Hey, look, he lived.
Those both
He's
Yeah,
fine,
I don't even
Ilfrin.
I don't even need to use my last spell slot. I was ready with another shield.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
You
I
might
would
not
have
be
been
able
fine
to.
with that.
There's venom in your
You don't
ears,
hear-
I imagine.
Yeah, Johnny.
You said it was cool. I can like stand in the doorway just for 1 hit and then back up.
Yeah, you can also just move over here.
But I can. Okay, I'll move past that.
That's you can move there and not risk an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I'm just gonna smash this guy right here in front of me.
Do it.
I've seen a few people fall to these spiders before. He's looking
Yes.
not pale, but there's a greener tinge to him, I feel.
That was a Malgurn.
No.
In true
Yeah.
dwarf fashion.
Yeah, solidarity, and I'll move 1 more.
Yeah. I assume that was it.
Yep.
Right, Grayson.
All right, Grayson's gonna take a calculated risk here and hit this one.
All right.
Boy, do I suck at math.
That actually it is.
So that one's hit.
Oh.
And then the one that got Malgurned is where's my button? It's gonna take 4 damage.
Yeah, that's gonna die. I believe it just automatically dies.
Yep.
But if I missed that, I couldn't have Green Flame Blade, which meant they both would have been alive.
Yeah,
So it was like I'm taking a risk here, but fuck it.
Ah,
not
cool
really.
trick.
To be fair, they have the same AC.
Well, no, but I mean, if I missed, then I wouldn't have been able to Green Flame Blade, because Green Flame Blade
Yeah.
automatically hits.
He was hoping to do bigger damage on the healthy one.
Yeah, so I didn't want to overkill the Malgurned one. I wanted to kill it with.
There's no death save. You're stable.
Oh,
Yeah.
unstable.
Remember, they injected venom into you to paralyze you, so they could drink you later.
And now we get to drag
Yeah.
you around for an hour.
I forgot. Yeah, unstable. I am contemplating life, and I am fucking meditating my ass off.
You're realizing this is exactly how you thought you would go out. Eaten by spiders. It was going to occur at some point.
Just not here.
Yeah. Bog.
Shooting at the spider. Hot stuff coming your way.
Even the beam is lazy. It doesn't go in a straight line. It sort of curves and meanders in the
hits.
air.
And that's done with the spider. We are out of initiative again.
All right, let's check the
We're all
wording.
out of spiders.
We just need a couple more.
So, you're now standing in this former chapel with a bunch of spider webs and a dread drow. Well, sleeping drow.
A
Yeah,
drow popsicle.
Yeah. Drowsicle.
it's a bit of an issue at the moment because it's not like I've got lesser restoration, so you're just poisoned for an hour.
I guess this is our
No,
opportunity to
I'm
go.
paralyzed for an hour.
Well,
And
that's the thing.
Yeah, poisoned and paralyzed as well, because
Yeah.
poison.
We'd have to remove the poison condition, and we can't.
We have the potion of lesser restoration, but
We
can
do.
we make him drink it?
Is Donnie willing
Yeah.
to suck the poison out?
Why would I do that?
Why don't we just give me the
It
poison?
seems like
I
he
mean,
would be the one.
Hang on.
Why don't we give
No,
me the
suck anything out of the elf.
No, this is really simple. But Johnny, poison is also synonymous with alcohol.
Oh, hey, they do have some similarities.
The question is, does the dwarf really suck anything out of the elf?
I've seen that movie. We
Also, I
could
think
use
you should never say during a D&D session.
We
for
could use a
500
potion.
hours.
I think we'll use the spare potion of lesser restoration.
Well, I think the battle's over. We're safe. Let's just go get that lunch we talked about. Ilfus can watch us.
Actually, that's the point. We could just drag him out while we go through the paperwork.
Yeah, there's
They'll
no need
get
to waste a
over it,
potion.
Yeah.
It's a short rest for Ilfrin.
Maybe we cleared 2 rooms. It's a good start.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go do that. We tried to leave. I'll carry Ilfrin on the shoulders.
Yeah.
I'll get his feet if you need.
Or do you want it? Oh, you can have the whole
Alright.
thing. I've got Sybil.
Okay.
The whole thing is he drops the dark elf.
On the face.
You've got this, right? You've got this. Think fast. Why didn't you think
Ah!
fast?
Ilfrin will remember this.
No,
I,
no.
I did think fast. I wanted to watch him
You
fall.
can drag him outside. No issue.
It's just a case of think fast. About what? As he puts his hands up.
So other than the spiders, nothing notable in that chapel, eh?
You can make a perception check. I did tell Arena something before.
Yeah, there was a
Let's see
cabinet.
if anyone else.
Yeah, there was a cabinet there.
Yeah, let's see if anyone else notices it.
How
Because
many
Rena can't
spiders
tell
does it
them.
contain?
Yeah, I can say jack shit right now.
Yeah.
What do your elf eyes see?
I
Nothing.
noticed the
Nothing.
cat.
It's fucking. I'm just gonna help. Come on.
There's a
Yeah.
reason why I ask the questions, but don't make the roll.
Fucking cabinets, man. How do they work?
Cabinets to go.
Yeah, nothing. You all
All
see
right, nothing
jack
here.
shit.
Let's go.
Right. Let's try to make our way out.
Yeah, you can do that.
And so we sit outside the walls, taking nominally a short rest for Ilfrin, but for us, we're looking for papers.
Oh, I might take a short rest too while I'm here.
Yeah, you might.
I could heal up. Oh, I'm alone. Uh
I was going to place you, to be honest.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm fully healed when I wake the fuck up.
I'll just use second wind.
Yeah, use second wind, then the short rest, you get it back.
Yeah. Everyone's just lying there, staring
I
at the
am
sky.
meditating.
Do
I
you?
am meditating and trying to commune with my god and go, hey, Ron, what the fuck was that?
You just get back the message. That weren't on me, brah.
Like,
I can also imagine you leave Ilfrin on the back, staring up into the sun.
oh, I hope not.
Oh,
Directly at it.
That's a bit too much.
Well, they said before they shut my eyes, so unless
Yeah.
they opened my eyes
Shut
again.
your eyes,
Yeah.
pulled the hood up, just sat you down in the shade. Well, we go through the paperwork.
Yeah.
But also take note of the time.
Yeah, do make me another a round of history checks, those who try to sort through.
I will give inspiration to Sybil.
All right,
Wait,
history check.
those who did what?
Those who are moving
History
now.
check, yes.
Yeah, those of us who aren't trying to heal up and take it easy. I think Sybil's got this.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
trying to macro something up, but I guess it doesn't work. Because Gifted Scribe should add a D4
You
to
can
history
pick
rolls. but-
one more of the 5 prisoners to learn more about.
Well, you can, Nil. If you go into the gear again on the right column, if you just mouse down, you'll see global skill modifier field. So you
Yeah,
you
but
can
I
set
can't
them.
put a variable one. I can only put a single stat there. It's a D4 to history rolls.
No, you should be able to just type in 1d4.
It adds 1. It just reads the
Oh.
1 and doesn't look at the D4. It doesn't make a roll.
It's weird because we do that for like when you're giant, like for giant damage and stuff like that. There, it all.
I think it's because it's not an attack. It's not scripted up. Like I found like a forum thread about trying to make a macro that does it as a a custom action. But
Can't you do that with guidance? Is the same thing, just not to history only?
Yeah, like here we go. Yeah, see, there we go. I got a
Yeah.
D4 on it.
okay, how
As
did
I
you?
All right, so I went into gear, clicked global skill modifier field, and then it's down in the bottom left where your proficiencies are. And the default roll was a D4 anyway.
I'll activate those for you.
Okay,
File. Here you go. Back on core. And you have those with bless, for
yeah,
example.
this looks all different now. Great.
Now it's a case of it'll trigger every time you click a skill though, so you have to turn it off and on.
Yeah. You have to click the wheel. Pops up
hmm
to edit the modifiers. And
Okay.
you can activate and deactivate them. Checkboxes. For now, I'll deactivate. But yeah.
Yeah,
are
so
we
if
ready
you want,
to
you
proceed?
can throw in that D6 as well.
The inspiration you were saying.
In case a 25 isn't enough.
Well, an additional 25 could also help. Nope. Yeah, you. The
So
one
it'd
thing
be
you definitely learn
26.
is that at the time of the fire, or at least according to these accounts, there have been just 23 guards, and the mass of prisoners, so not actually that many. Most of them were just imprisoned for a few months, most prisoners, before they got executed. So there is also a graveyard now in the sinkhole where they were buried before. That's all you learn more about the prison itself. But you also managed to gather some more information about some of the other notorious criminals that were held there at the time of the fire. You can pick either Father Charlatan, the Lopper, the Mosswater Marauder, or the Pipe of Ilmarsh to learn more about them. Sybil, you got the 25. You get the pick.
What were my choices again?
Father Charlatan, the Lopper, Mosswater Marauder, or Piper of Ilmarsh.
Let's do the Piper.
Alright.
My rival.
Yeah. Well, the Piper itself, there's no real name known for him. But before he snatched his victims, the Piper used to taunt his targets with a mournful dirge on his flute. He preferred to paralyze lone victims by dosing their meals with lich dust and then allow his pet sturges to drink the victims dry of blood.
Oh, that's part of the puzzle.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
But I
along
can't
with
say that.
yeah, speeds the stutter so nice and right. There's also Splatter spell her name just right.
Yeah. That is what you additionally gather from the notes. Of course, you can learn only so much, given that there are no notes from after the fire. Just what happened before then. Yeah. So, small guard contingents. Pipe of Ilmarsh is an unpleasant person. And there is a graveyard in the filled up sinkhole you saw outside. Actually, let me move you back to the Harrowstone grounds so you can see it better.
Yeah, not a lot we can do with that, though.
Yeah, just information given that's in the campaign guide according to roles and these yet. But yeah, you do take your short rest. Elfrin wakes up. What do you do?
Okay. So that was fun. Don't do that.
We weren't.
No. Damn spider goddesses. And he sits up and he rubs his temples. Okay, what did we find? Now that I can actually do things.
I just got some info that the Piper is the one who's got the Sturges as swarm and drain people. And there's
Okay.
probably a colony still well alive in here.
Oh, goody. I suppose we should probably handle that.
On we go. Give him a tap on the shoulder. Let's head back in.
I would bring the dancing lights back up.
Sure thing. Yeah.
So fitting. So fitting a fate for a drow.
No, he is shaking himself off and he looks right pissed.
You run away from the spiders. What do you expect to happen?
Oh, it's actually dim light in a 10-foot radius just for the dancing lights. Bright light, just dim light. But you can spread them out so it reaches 20 foot.
And yeah, we head right back to where we were.
Bingo.
Alright.
So wait, did they spot
Nope.
the cabinet in the back wall?
Nope.
Well, he's going to immediately tell them about the cabinet in the back wall.
You want to go back to the spider room?
To be fair, it's now no longer containing living spiders. It's a safer place.
You know what they say? You see one, there's 100 in the walls.
Probably not of that size, though. They'd need very large walls.
Alright. Yeah, I assume you just looted.
Oh, I guess to Palabar, those spiders were just normal sized.
All spiders are giant spiders.
But yeah, to make this short, as you looted, you get 5 vials of holy water, potion of lesser restoration, and 6 healing potions. I'll put them on your party inventory as well.
Why, this would have been wonderful when I was stuck paralyzed on the ground.
Well, it also gave us a chance to look over the paperwork.
Yeah, you wouldn't help anyway.
It's not like we saw these.
He turns, and you see the hands moving, Johnny? You just see the hands moving. You have to wonder if he's casting a spell at you.
And for the record, I didn't help either.
What? Well, I'm not sure what point you're trying to make there.
I didn't help. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad
Well,
thing.
you carried him out. That was helping.
Yeah, true, but the papers thing, that was all you guys.
The peppers, yeah. Aye, but you needed to take a wee load off. You got smacked by a chain after all.
I've taken worse.
Probably. Gotta say, it's a wee bit new to me. I've not really been poking around ruins this active. Usually is after a few people like Sybil and such have gone through it. Pretty
It's honest work.
Yeah, it's pretty
mostly.
fascinating.
Well, you're a natural.
I've been called that plenty of times, aye. There's usually a worse adjective afterwards, but, you know, the natural is a fine title.
Nature is good. I look
Aye.
over at the druid. Nature is good.
It is, yes.
So you're something of a nature boy. Woo.
I'm a nature man.
Let us continue before I get tempted to add more fire damage to the structure.
It's weird that you didn't think to communicate with the spiders. Aren't they just normal animals?
They're spiders. It's a little different.
It's because they're not cute, right?
Alright.
No, because they're under the command of the Spider Queen.
I don't know if these ones personally were. I didn't see any holy symbols on them.
They're all in the.
Also, we're not
Jotting
on.
down
We're on the
notes
outside
over
map
here.
right now.
Spider Queen.
Alright. Oh, you're right. I am an idiot. I forgot that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
There we go.
You move around.
Yep, we're sort of middle left. So we're having to scroll and find us again.
The spiders are gone.
Yes.
so.
Put them on a GM layer.
They retreated.
Project light.
Something
They'll be
took the
back in greater
bodies.
numbers.
Do I have light on me again so that everybody else can see?
I believe so. You should have dim light.
See.
Can everybody see around me?
Yes.
I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, some bright light for
I-
me though.
Oh, there we are.
Thought we'd be at the bottom. No.
How did I turn this? Oh, hey, here's a hall back here.
It just
the
loops
doors.
around.
I mean,
But-
if you do see the various white things that are doors,
Yes.
partially.
So are we splitting up? Was that the
No,
plan?
let's stay together.
I
thought,
mean,
yeah, Elfrin went this way. Where the heck did you like double back or
I
something?
mean, after we
Something-
relax and all, maybe the rules have changed, Pog.
All right, let's try up through this door and we'll go north.
Up the north. All right. You find
Fog!
a privy.
No!
Oh,
More spider.
it's the bog.
They crawl out from the privy.
Oh no,
Right.
poop spiders.
Oh, no.
We found the bog, guys.
I'll just open this door beside me for the hell of it.
This one. All right. Second.
It's a bit like a showroom.
It's a laundry room.
And
A haunted laundry room.
probably, on you go.
There might be a key in here. Hold on, let me pop in. I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna do an investigation unless I get beset by haunted laundry.
Sheet with 2 eye holes rises up.
I'm literally
Ooh.
going to say as I enter in, let's see if I get beset by haunted laundry.
As you see it twirl and twirl before it fucking smacks you with its rat tail.
Well, short answer, yes.
Long answer.
Yeah.
Also, yes.
It's
Yeah.
time you fight a haunted sheet. It's not a ghost, it's just a haunted sheet. It's quite weird. It's very distinct from the sheet ghost.
Aw, she.
Very
Well-
Shin Megami Tensei.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, didn't prepare the token for it. But it is a straitjacket.
Oh, great.
You've been paralyzed, now it's time to be restrained.
That's crazy.
Wait.
Right.
I actually can restrain this thing. I have a path.
You could just wear it. Then use the power of flex. You might think I'm trapped in here with you, but you're actually trapped on me.
All right. It makes leaf slaps.
14 hits me.
All right.
Quickly!
What am I rolling
let-
to not be restrained?
You need to escape the grapple with strength check or the acrobatics.
That would be
DC
on your...
50.
Oh, okay.
And now that you're constricted, you take this much damage as a
Yeah.
whole.
You get to fight your way out of it on your turn.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we need to cut this straitjacket off of Ilfrin. Be careful with your swords.
I got it completely.
And
poked
then
through
Johnny
the
dives in
jacket.
with his fists, punching it.
Piercing
That's right.
damage.
I was gonna say, instead
So-
of cutting it, Grayson just pierces right through it. That should help. Pulls it out.
I got it on both sides.
Yeah.
That's 4 new holes.
Oh god, is it slow?
It makes sense, it's a jacket.
It's so last season.
I'm not sure medical devices follow a fashion trend.
Actually, wonder how they've changed over the years. It's curious.
Wizard fashion shows. Here we have the new spring collection of wands. It's actually run by a mimic, though, because they know exactly what's going on. They've got the hottest trends.
Someone is missing.
Sybil,
Sybil, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
it's time to continue helping.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's Grayson.
Okay.
Try to use shallow stabs.
This is. I joked about the haunted laundry.
It's look at the bright side. It's a jacket. It could have been worse.
Can I compel the jacket to duel me?
You could have been garroted by some prison issue boxers.
Oh, you can try.
No, I'm not gonna. I know it's not gonna work. It'd be funny though. Incoming. Oh, just gonna try to cut the lashes on the front here.
All right. Ilfrin, take 4 piercing damage.
Oh! I'm not a damn pincushion!
Oh, and you're gonna hate what happens next.
Oh, God.
So...
Let me peel it off, you motherfucker!
So you actually try to green flame blade her as well?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how quickly he says "ow."
No, I mean the green flame.
Immediately!
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If I heard an "ow," I wouldn't green flame blade.
Although you do that beforehand, you declare it.
Then fuck it, I do.
Fucking hells! By the 9 hells!
I'm gonna play it by the rules here. Yeah, I guess.
So do I take 2 damage or the 4?
Technically, it does the full damage to any adjacent creature, not the target itself, because he is not level 5 yet.
Fuck, that's right.
So that would be just 4 damage.
No, then I wouldn't do it. Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay.
That wouldn't make sense for me to do it then. So
Yeah.
You can't do it to the same target you're
I
hitting.
keep thinking I can do it to the same target for some reason.
No.
Yeah, then I wouldn't. Yeah.
Which reveals he was actually intentionally stabbing Ilfrin.
Yeah, so I could have the flame jump to the jacket. Yes, it was all part of my plan.
Fucking hells.
The cunning plan. Yeah.
Set the jacket on fire, with Ilfrin still inside. But yeah, Draven.
You did notice that Ilfrin reacted badly to being stabbed.
Overreaction.
I don't even know how is. Can I stab without stabbing her?
You can try and take the jacket off.
That would be preferable!
I think
was
you've got
trying to cut
permission
the-
to strip him.
I was trying to cut the like belts and shit off the front to get you out. It just didn't happen to work out that way.
I will try and unbuckle it or whatever you need to do to get it off.
Pull it off. Try to make an
What is that going to be?
grapple check.
Grapple?
Athletics or strength.
Yeah, they're both the same, I think.
Nope. It remains firm. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Just gonna... Sybil, do you need me right now? I'm just gonna go and help Ilfrin here.
Should be fine.
Alright. Let's just step my way through here. How you doing, Ilfrin?
I was doing fine until he stabbed me.
Right, you look a bit overly warm. Let me try and give you a hand with that there.
I
Not
will
looking
remind
good.
you that you did take 10 damage before the stab.
Well, here's the thing. If I slice, do I feel like I'm going to hurt Ilfrin? Can I do a shallow cut
yeah.
instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll take a hit, or can I try to avoid
Yeah,
them?
any damage that's taken by the straight jacket is transferred.
Alright, then my shitty athletics roll stands of trying to yank it off.
Yeah. That... Actually, I should probably just... Yeah, whatever. No,
Almost.
it remains attached.
It's a fair,
Oh, right.
It's a fair bit to pull this off, you know. It's got a
I've
lot.
noticed.
It's got a lot of buckles and straps. It reminds me of a really fun time with Sybil.
All right, so am I going to be rolling an athletics for this?
Yeah, you're restrained.
I'll give you a hat. I'll give you a hand with an inspiration
Okay,
as
you're
well.
out of it. You're out
Aha!
of the jacket.
Thank fuck.
Ilfrin, you are currently inspired.
Oh, goody.
I don't think there's any bonus action or anything.
Let me see if I have a bonus action. I'm not going to cast healing word right now, otherwise I absolutely could do a bonus action. So I'm just going to glare at the straight jacket. That was rude, and you're going to pay for that.
You could move out of the way.
Yeah, I'm going to move out of the
The
door.
straight jacket flaps at you. It just wanted to give you a hug.
No, it did not.
A violent hug.
We don't approve of those.
Yeah, nil.
Well, now that it's free, I'm going to open up.
That hits.
When he said that, I was... No, you've only got one.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to click the thing instead of the thing. There you go.
Yeah, this time it
When he
counts.
said open up, I really
And,
hope he was just
the
going to walk to
pushback.
another haunted room.
The repelling 10 feet away, pushback.
Alright. Anything else?
Just move a little closer into the room so I can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, one more space, 10 feet.
Alright. Then it's Sybil's turn.
Oh, I realised how the sound should elucidate. By buckles and straps, I mean it was trying to get her out of her armour one day. She managed to borrow a fancy set of plate mail.
It's very good armor.
It took a lot of work to get you in and out of it, though. You looked amazing. Very regal.
Alright.
I'll admit, once we slapped the helmet on, couldn't I see a bit of her?
Okay,
Oh, well. then-
are you in front of the door?
Yeah, but it's
You
tiny.
I
can,
think,
you can see over him. It's a gnome.
yeah, I'm not sure which tile it's in,
Yeah, it's
like in both.
the whole map is a bit off center, but you can get through just fine.
Right. And the straitjacket is wrapped around someone again?
Nope, it is loose right now.
Alright. Get out of here, cat. And, well, let's see if we can hit. Does the 19 hit?
Finally.
Yes.
4 damage.
And it starts to become flammable. Or is flammable, rather, yeah. It does not like fire.
Does it flam?
It is cloth.
Fire
does.
bad.
Anything else? Or
No.
Johnny comes past
Johnny.
me and point out, it's on fire. You may want to use the sword this time.
It's only for emergencies.
Good luck.
In the words of a man who is almost certainly taller than me, what kind of kinky shit is this? Yeah.
Is that going to be the catchphrase?
It is. But because it is a cloth thing and it doesn't really break or anything, it flops around but doesn't take too much damage from the punch.
About sending a
Because punching
message.
cloves is very effective.
You sent a really good message. I can't hurt you unless I use my sword.
Ah, I have other ways.
I am harmless in this current situation.
Words can be very hurtful.
So can weapons. Weapons usually more hurtful.
But not fists.
Okay. I suppose it does hold a grudge against the Dark Elf.
Oh.
It likes it too much.
You're just so cuddly.
Yeah.
19 hits.
So that is 14 damage.
Sick.
Wait, well, oh, no, because only the 19 hits.
There's another thing. The constrict is another thing. It slaps twice, and then if it has someone grappled and restrained, it constricts again. Squeezes the life out of you.
I think Zerwin's out cold again. Or Ilfrin.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm unconscious again.
Because that's a lot of damage to take at level 2.
Jesus.
I mean, it kind of comes with being the first to stick your nose into every room.
Yeah.
And having terrible AC.
I have a 14. That's not terrible.
It's pretty terrible. That's why I took a
It's
feat.
too bad.
So now that they're unconscious, I can just stab away with impunity.
Oh,
Right?
fuck's sake! I don't hear him saying no or ow, so it must be working now.
I'm not
It must
hearing
not
a
hurt.
no.
But yeah, the jacket is still wrapped tightly around the Dark Elf.
The suggestion is you could lend assistance to someone else to pull it off.
Yeah, I ain't getting that off. So
You could give a help action.
yeah, so when someone goes to pull it off, I will help them.
Alright. Raven.
I will move over and I will try to rip it off.
Now
Don't
remember,
make me-
the straitjacket, not the trousers.
Athletic
So,
advantage.
with advantage.
Because you're aided by Grayson.
Jeez.
Luckily,
Where's
it's
my
not-
20s now?
Yeah.
You used them all.
Yeah, only for selfish things you can use.
I used up the quota. Screw it. For my bonus action, can I help the strong bard over here?
Be an action to help unless you're a master.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Besides, I can't afford to. I've got something to do first.
Not even priority. Wow.
Got to walk out here, get this stitch out of a leg.
Then again, I think he was thinking that the rest of us could have got this thing off. He didn't think it would be that hard.
Yeah.
Phrasing. It's okay, because I'm about to reach down and try to touch the drow.
Gross.
There you go. Another spell slot gone.
All the
All right.
tall folk are feeling each other up. Yes.
As Palabar takes
Fucking
notes.
hell.
Ilfrin, this is part 3 or 4 of Your Bad Day.
I think I've noticed.
But wait,
Just a
there's
wee
more.
bit?
You know, or related to a man named Saloon?
Oh, fucking oh my god, I don't break through. I'm related to
roll
Saloon
lower.
now.
I can't roll lower than that, actually. It's got a +5 bonus.
Ilfrin's just sitting on the floor, just going, you know what? That's fine. And I just stand up.
Oh, just hit me
Stage
again.
5 acceptance.
I'm momentarily pondering, could I knock it off him with the Eldritch
Yes,
Blast?
you would actually.
It's force damage.
A
Yeah.
grapple ends if it's moved away.
Yeah, it's a jacket. It's technically being worn.
Yeah, but you also blasted.
Yeah, you can blast it away via Eldritch Magic, but you would still also hit
Yes.
Friendo.
But Zerwin does have at least, 10 HP.
Ilfrin, Zerwin's the half elf.
Yeah, I keep on getting that mixed up. I don't know why.
Oh, win.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Friend win, yeah. Next name is Friend win.
Go for broke.
Go for a broke drow elf.
You do hit.
To quote your
Damage?
patron Shia LaBeouf, just do it.
Okay, that's actually just enough to kill the straight jacket. But Ilfrin also takes 7 force damage.
Kind of want to use second
And
win just at
the
the end.
straight
But
jacket flaps to the ground. Dead.
Luckily, we've got a little bit of a surplus on potions.
Yeah, so hand me one of those healing potions, please.
Oh, I mean, we've got
I
ours.
edited the party inventory, so you have everything.
No, we just joke. I mean, we've got all of ours. You've got one in your belt.
Well, remember we got there was one in the doohickey.
There's a whole pile of them.
Yeah, there were several in the doohickey.
So take 2.
Yeah.
Call me in the
There we
morning.
go.
Yeah, you seem like you're going to be the one that's going to need it.
2d4 plus 2.
That's your D4 plus.
I'm gonna grab one just to carry as well. I don't have one yet.
So that's 9.
I've only one.
All these healing potions.
Oh, fucking
It's not gonna
hell.
bring back my weasel.
9 and 6, that's not bad. That's most of your HP back, right?
Yeah, I'm 1 HP from heal.
That's fine.
Okay. Fucking hell. You know, I was joking. I was not assuming that I was going to be attacked by a great jacket.
What did we learn?
Don't tempt fate.
Ghosts
Well,
have a sense of humor.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, the manacle's tacked.
Again, it could have been worse. It could have been a set of prison-issue boxers that were garroting you.
Grayson just looks around at all the tables and other furniture that could, Anyone want to help me break this in half just in case?
Yes.
Why do you keep doing that, mimics? I laughed, the guard laughed, the table laughed, we killed the table, it was a good time.
It's too late.
Yeah,
the
you
gazebo
know,
has awoken.
You find nothing else in here aside from some old buckets, tables, and moldy clothing. A washboard too. Few.
Do I need to start doing the Siegfried and just poke everything with my rapier just in case?
It works. You lose your deposit, though. But I mean, you feel safe at night. Downside, a bit chilly, because your blanket's got holes in it, and so is your window.
What if the wind is a mimic?
What if I'm a mimic?
Yeah.
Stab him! Spy check, he's bleeding, he must be a mimic.
It's like the creature could be me, maybe? Oh.
I believe we have done our 3 hours.
We're at 4 hours now.
4 hours.
Yeah, this started at like 7:30.
Don't you have work in like 2 hours?
Yes. Right.
That's
Not-
why I brought
not
up that we should. That's why during the short rest I said maybe you should check the time.
I did.
I think he thought you were talking about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun though. I got exploring mansion or prison.
It's fun, but he does have to go to sleep because he's got commitments tomorrow.
Yeah. But the damage is done.
Let's work in not little more than 4 hours. I know, little less.
Yeah.
3 hours and 50 minutes.
So probably time to end the session for this week.
Yeah.